don't care if you've been throwing a Leviathan axe all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the throne. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit. On my left, the oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
I don't care if you've been waiting in line just to take a piss at Starbucks. If you up, smash that like button.
On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choking people on the threes and fours, Chronos.
I forgot my intro. Shit.
Sorry. Oldest ninja in the world. I already got him.
Yeah.
Blue, last but not least.
Hey, when Taco Bell asks you what kind of sauce you want for your burrito, tell me you want that B then BTI because this podcast is straight fire.
There we go. Atomic shit. Homesteadive. We got up in here. It's another Wednesday. We doing it.
Let me see. Sorry. Pressing buttons.
Pressing buttons.
All right, in the chat room, first to chat would be Wild Dog. What's going on, man?
Oh, shit.
What's
and
up, fam?
listener of the week would be Mr. X once again, and Blue Mind. That's somebody new.
Yeah, we like them.
Yeah, thank you
Not
for
even
listening.
a bot.
Yeah,
You know?
appreciate it.
Yeah, we feel like our numbers increased.
There we go. Well, we always show love to everybody who listens to our shit every week. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to be said on these airwaves. You know?
Well, for those of you who are not listening live, we go live every Wednesday, Pacific Standard Time at 8:30. Those of you who are in the future, welcome back.
Hello, white girls.
Yeah.
Please put your panties on the jar on the side of the road.
Oh, my God.
Ah, dang.
I'm just saying.
Homesteadive, are we pouring out some type of malt liquor for?
Let's see, where am I at? Okay. We got what we got this week. We're gonna do some Mad Dog.
God damn.
Mad Dog 2020.
Actually, can I do the
Yeah, you can do this one.
since I'm like
Let's start with the first one because he's my first one.
connected to the guy. Oh yes, this is R.I.P. to Arlie Ermy, and if y'all didn't know, he was a Marine, and he was most famously known for his role as Gunnery Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket. I almost said Alchemist.
Yeah.
I was talking about with some kid today. But yeah, I mean, that movie was probably the most accurate portrayal of what Marine Corps boot camp is like up until that point.
Favorite quote?
The one where he said we don't serve fried chicken and watermelon to the black dude. Right after he says we don't believe in racism. Like that shit was, everybody's the same. I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah, there was a lot of that movie is very quotable. He also played a bunch of other roles, even a role where he would where I think he was gay or something like that, like kiss the dude. So it was pretty funny.
Really?
He's also really well known by pretty much every Marine because during the Marine Corps Ball he would still go to Marine Corps balls, and he was famously known for being able to drink pretty much anybody under the table. So
even in his older upper years.
Yeah,
Wow.
like when I was in the Corps, he was in his 50s.
Gotta be.
So yeah, and he was still out drinking like Marines do. So, and he also had another cool show about him. It was something about guns. I forget the name of the actual show, but it was a really cool show.
Yeah, I've seen the show.
He had Mail Call on the History Channel.
Mail
I know
Call's
that.
cool,
I
too.
watched that one.
Yeah, but he'll definitely be missed. He's really famous and beloved Marine. You'll know his voice. He actually did a bunch of other voices for animated shows and stuff like that. You'll know his voice.
I believe Cars. He was.
Well, I actually have put together a selected B then BTI geek filmography for Ronald Lee Ermey.
What you got
for it?
So, just selected really quick. He was in Toy Soldiers. He's in 7.
Wow.
He's in all 3 Toy Story movies. He's in The Frighteners. He's in Batman the Brave and the Bold as the voice of Wildcat. He's in both Family Guy and The Simpsons. He's in an episode of The X-Files. And he's in Call of Duty Ghosts.
Wow.
Yeah, he was.
That's
did a lot of
just
work.
to name a few. I skipped literally over 20 years of his work.
Damn.
He's been working since literally 1974 up until 2016.
That's impressive.
And he continued to visit the troops overseas. when we were over the Middle East, there was a bunch of people that I knew that got pictures with him, but I never had a chance to see him in person. So if I did, I definitely got a picture of him. So
I guess his official rank is Staff Sergeant, but he holds an honorary rank of Gunnery Sergeant. Cool. And he was nominated for a Golden Globe for his performance in Full Metal Jacket, which is...
Wait, with the Golden Globe? Oh,
the
Golden
Globes.
Golden Globes did film and TV, right?
Yes, they do film and TV, and he was nominated for his role in Full Metal Jacket. He's also famous not only for that role, but his work with Kubrick, because he's one of the few people that did improv for his role, as well as writing his... He would either write or edit his own stuff, which is super unusual working with the director like Stanley Kubrick, who's super control freak and has to have everything his way. And R. Lee Ermey did his own thing, pretty much, which skyrocketed him into famous.
Well, that's why it was realistic in boot camp, because that's literally how you were talked to and treated in boot camp. And I'm not fucking exaggerating at all. Like, you would get fucked up in boot camp.
My favorite line in that movie was, "I'll rip your head off and skull fuck you, soldier."
Oh yeah,
is that how it went? Right?
No.
Yeah,
it was I think it was poke your eyes out. Or no, it was I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck.
something like that.
Something like that.
He had a lot of them.
He had a lot of them.
Yeah,
He said skull fuck you too, but it wasn't ripping somebody's head off.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Did you know that he is co-founder of the Bravery Brewery in Lancaster, California?
Wow. I didn't know that. That's cool. Good fact.
The more you learn, the more you know.
So, R.I.P. to Ronald Lee Ermey.
Had a
Also,
couple others, right?
yes, we have next on the list is Harry Anderson, most famously known for his role as Judge Harry T. Stone from Night Court.
Yeah.
Very famous sitcom comedy that ran from 1984 to 1992. On the show, he usually did magic tricks, and he used to be a magician.
Yeah, and younger folks are not going to really remember him. If you didn't watch, like you weren't around for that show, you may not know him very well.
He may not. Well, unless you were a '90s kid, you probably didn't know him.
Yeah,
He also was in the original It TV series.
that's
is?
right. You're right.
He is also on Cheers, portraying another Harry. He played Harry the Hat Giddies on Cheers. He was also a true Mel Torme fan in real life, which the producers say was a coincidence. And he was 6'4", which was weird.
He's
Yeah.
giving out his height.
Well, it's funny because that one guy, there was another dude on the show that was super tall.
Oh, yeah.
So it made him look normal sized.
Oh yeah, Richard Mall.
Yeah.
Richard Mall was almost 7 feet or whatever.
I forgot how fucking funny that show was until he died. And I was just like, oh my God, Night Court.
Yeah.
Like, I used to watch that and Mama's Family all the time.
Yeah, that show was awesome. He also had his own show called Dave's World, where he played Dave. The show ran for the year after Night Court ended, from 1992. Well, he started the show in 1993, and that ran until 1997.
Okay.
And he opened up a speakeasy in the French Quarter of New Orleans called Oswald Speakeasy.
Good shit.
So
It was also a magic shop too, right?
his magic shop has a different name. His speakeasy he opened with his wife. His magic shop is called, I can't remember. I had it down. But he was found dead in his home April 10th. He was 65. Oh, and R. Lee Ermey, he was 74 when he passed. And then next on the list is weird because we had former First Lady Barbara Bush, where yesterday there was people reporting that she died, and they're saying no, and apparently she has a message for her haters or something. But she passed away yesterday, which was the 17th. So former First Lady Barbara Bush, she was...
I was gonna say, weren't they didn't TMZ post up her obituary or some shit?
Later on in the day, earlier in the day, they were saying that she was dead when she was still alive, apparently.
That's
So
awful.
it was weird, yeah. So she was 92. She was married to the 41st president of the U.S., George H.W. Bush. She actually had several awards, like the DRA Medal of Honor from the Daughters of the American Revolution. 1985, she got the award for greatest public service benefiting the disadvantaged. She also has the Miss America Woman of Achievement Award.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. She did not win Miss America.
No, Miss
Woman of
America
Achievement.
Woman of Achievement, jackass, for her work in
I
literacy.
can't picture that.
She also won a Woody.
Oh, damn.
Well, Trump is.
wow.
So maybe.
She actually holds 28 honorary degrees.
Good for her. Good for her.
R.I.P. to former First Lady Barbara Bush.
That's
I
gotta be
wonder
it.
about honorary degrees. Do you feel smarter when you get one?
Yeah, why not? You know,
That's kind of weird.
piece of paper said I'm
Thought
smart.
about
You know.
And then last but not least, we have R.I.P. to the Brass Rail. A famous establishment here in the South Bay of the Bay Area. It's been around for 58 years.
Damn.
And it finally closed its doors due to, I believe, rising property costs. They're going to shut it down and build condos in its stead.
Well, Ninja was there when it first opened, so who knows?
Yeah. So R.I.P. to them.
Probably sticky ass floors.
Oh, man.
Nice sentiment.
Oh.
All right.
They didn't have
Fucking
cinema.
housing prices, man. They're getting kind of crazy again.
Kind of crazy?
Man,
Yeah, the bubble's got to burst soon. It's like it's at that cycle where it's like it's peaking,
Yeah, when a burnt out husk sells for $800,000 in the Bay.
There was something in Fremont that sold for over $1 million.
Yeah, it was a shack.
1.2 yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
And, where you can't even live in it because it's that dilapidated.
Yeah, me and Kim are looking at buying this yet. I'm just like, fuck.
You don't want your baby in there.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
All right, so where should we start, gentlemen? Do we want to start with this Netflix?
Oh, yes.
This Lost in Space?
Yeah. Do we all watch at least the first episode?
I watched
saw
the
the
first
first.
episode.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
All right.
All
I'm at episode 5, so we can talk about the first episode, I guess.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts, man?
I appreciate the fact that Netflix put money into it. First and foremost, they had almost like a stand-in for the Geth from Mass Effect in the robot.
Yeah.
He gave me all kind of impressions of Legion.
Well, when he first was on the scene, he didn't look like. I mean, his head did, but like his body was like. I was like, "Well, that's a fucking cool ass design."
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think they. So when you first see him, and then like in subsequent episodes, you see him in the daylight, it looks a little different.
Sure.
But that first episode was like the CGI and everything. That shit was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
even that butterfly thing.
It was cool because like he changed his form to seem more like a man because like he scans the kid, or it looks like he scanned the kid, and that's when his body started to morph more into a humanoid form.
Yep.
Versus his like when I first saw it, it made me think of the guy from Star Wars.
Oh, General Grievous?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, because he had like the multiple arms and his legs and everything. But yeah, that robot was dope. It was like a special effect they used for that was pretty fucking cool.
Y'all didn't even know. Well, you're on the first episode, but there's like some fucked up shit that happens with that robot.
Well, a lot of fucked up shit.
Well, at the end of the episode, they have a little bit of a like what happens inside the
ship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That part was kind of crazy. Like I didn't see because I remember watching the show as a kid, but I really don't remember what it was about. Only thing I can refer to is the movie.
Well, yeah. So there was a 1998 movie with Matt LeBlanc that sucked. It sucked fucking ass.
I actually liked it.
Actually, I gotta be honest, I kind of liked it too.
Man, I thought it was rough.
Yeah, it was a little.
Especially
well,
like
in
the
my
whole time
opinion, it was a
traveling
little.
thing was kind of cool.
Apparently, the show is the movie is based on the show from the '60s, and the movie incorporates several different episodes into one movie.
Okay.
So.
Well, now, you know what I didn't realize, because this is before my time, but Old Ninja was alive, so maybe you can weigh in on this. At the time, I heard that it was actually more popular for the first year than Star Trek. The first year to first year comparison.
I've heard that.
I don't know how you measure that.
Yeah, I think they just measured by the Nielsen ratings.
Okay.
Yeah, at the time, because Star Trek didn't really take off until syndication. So Lost in Space had a different dynamic, and I know that it hit a chord with a lot of people because of that particular dynamic, and that's kind of why I have a slight issue. Actually, I do have a slight issue with the latest incarnation, is because it doesn't necessarily hold true to that. And that's why the show was popular, was basically the family dynamic.
Well, this one feels like it is hard for me to remember. I watched a few of those campier episodes
they're
from the
campy.
60s.
Especially Dr. Smith, super camp.
This one's much more serious, and I like that aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like, they take the adventurousness of sci-fi seriously, which is cool.
They do take the exploration seriously, and to me, like, visually, it's amazing. Like, I was like, oh, this looks really good. They actually put money into this, and like you were saying, this looks to me what Mass Effect could be if it became a TV series on Netflix.
Yeah.
It could totally be done. And this show kind of proves it. The issue I have is basically the human element, the family element.
Oh, I love the family element.
To me, the very first episode to me, it didn't feel like they were a family. It literally felt like family swap. Well, like, you're going to be from these different groups. We're going to put you in this room, and you're going to be this family for this amount of time and go. We're just going to watch.
Build a family.
I don't think you picked up on, like, certain things in the show. Because I'm a military guy, so the main reason why they're kind of like a disjointed family is because the guy was gone. Like,
I did pick that up, but
they go more into it. I mean,
they do. I've seen a few more, but the issues I have, like the women in the show, they're all wonderful, great, and smart, and the guys, like the dad is cucked. Will is kind of
I wouldn't say he's cucked.
He's kind of cucked.
How's he cucked?
From the pilot, he's cucked?
Yeah. Because like,
No?
What
so
do you mean by cuck?
he's cucked because he doesn't really stand up for himself. He kind of bitches out every time Maureen speaks.
No, he doesn't.
He does-
No, I didn't
he
get
does-
that shit at all.
When does he ever challenge her? He doesn't challenge her.
Okay, so you're not going to challenge. Go ahead.
I actually have an example of when he did. Like, she's injured, and she says something to the effect of, "Don't you dare send Will down into the spaceship that's underwater." And he's like, "Bitch, I'm running shit.
Yeah.
You injured." And he's about to send Will down there, and then Judy
jumps in.
Black girl Judy jumps in. He tells her this is the way it's fucking happening. I mean, that's not being cut
too.
Yeah, I still feel because it's still kind of run for Maureen, even though she's injured. She's still pumping out
But
orders.
she's smart.
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. So he let her do some stuff because he didn't want to cause, because he was gone.
He was gone.
So he didn't want to cause too much strife with the family because he knew that they already had like their own thing going. So he didn't want to just jump in there and like just kind of shit all over everybody and like run the whole show until he needed to. And that's what he gets into later in the show. But I think a lot of people don't realize that maybe if you never served in the military, because like when you're gone for a long period of your family's life and you come back, there's a huge transitionary period of where the rules they're changed and you're not necessarily the head of the household anymore, and you have to kind of play by ear and go along. That's what I understood from that shit.
Yeah,
and he fucked up.
So that I didn't get until the second and third episode because
You didn't pay attention to mofo. Because,
Yeah, I got that
because
first
in the
episode.
pilot, they talk about not only in addition to him being gone in the military, the other thing that everybody should be able to relate from not only their own personal experiences, but plenty of stuff on TV, was the fact that they were about to get divorced, and she had asked for custody. So there's conflict.
That's my issue
Okay.
with
Wasn't
the show.
really-
Because if you watch the original, the whole reason that they managed to survive is because they were a family. They were a unit. They stuck together. They had each other's back. This family is broken when we see them because the mom and
but they
dad.
still have each other's
I
back.
get that, but
Yeah.
I mean, in a survival situation, you can't have that kind of bickering. You can't have like who's gonna have. I have the bigger dick, or my clit's bigger than your dick, and fight for control of the situation when you have your kids there. You need to be a unit, be the parents, agree, and settle your shit when the kids are not around.
They're both trying to do what they think is right for the kids. The whole way. Like, both of them. They're just doing it in their own way. I mean, from, I forget the guy's name. John's side? I think his name is John, right?
I think so. Probably.
From
John,
his-
Doug.
Yeah, from his side, he's trying to do
Cuck.
what he thinks is right from, like, a military point of view. So his whole, like, threat assessment and, like, who's going to survive is different from what the mom's going to be. And she was compromised, because her fucking leg was
Her leg is
broke
busted
and
up,
then she
yes.
passed out. So I think the scene where he had to basically leave one kid in a dangerous spot because the other kid was gonna die.
Yeah.
I think that was telling of like his priorities. Like his thing was, hey, Will's okay right now, but for sure, Judy's gonna die if I don't get back to her.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, it kind of continues on for a good 2 episodes where they're still fighting for control and who's gonna command the kids, and the kids are like, well
it's
whatever.
I'm gonna go back to
We're
it.
only talking about the first episode, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to. This is my first impression of the first episode. This is the way I felt. I felt that them in this situation where they're trying to survive on an unknown planet where anything can happen, they spent too much time kind of bickering. Not a lot,
I don't
but just
even think
enough.
they bickered that much. It was just
Not
like, real
not
quick.
enough, but enough to where it could put their kids' lives in danger.
You
And
got your view.
versus the original, where everyone came together to put a plan together to where they can survive and move on to the next.
Well, this
was-
isn't the original. Yeah.
The original was 60 goddamn
Yes.
motherfucking years
Yes,
ago.
it was.
So, just a quick fun fact: Lost in Space came out before Star Trek. Lost in Space originally aired in 1965, while Star Trek originally aired in 1966. So,
All right.
it's the longest fucking time ago.
Old Ninja, I hear you on your views. You had a different take. You know what I mean? I
That's
like
like 70 years ago.
I like family conflict. You know what I mean? Even in a survival situation, I thought that was interesting from a lot of standpoints.
But that's like kind of how life is now. Like parents don't get along like they did back in the 60s, where
This
they
is-
sugarcoated everything.
This is true. Now, this is my first impression of the show.
Well, back then you had to get along, right? Like 70 years ago, because
yeah.
like people didn't get divorced because there was no like if a family broke up like that, like the woman would be just like kind of left in the wind.
Yep.
And actually, sort of the man would too. You know what I mean? It was much different because most women weren't. 70 years ago, they weren't in the workforce like they are now. Yeah. So that's why most families stay together because it's like how are you going to provide for your fucking kids? So.
Yeah. Well, actually, my biggest question was, I didn't see anything flash across the screen unless I missed it telling us Like what year is this? 200 years from now? What
They didn't say.
They didn't say it.
Which is, oh, actually, no. They do later.
They do later. Okay.
Yeah, because they talk about
In
the
series.
Yeah, well, I don't want to give it away. But yeah, they talk about it, I think, in the next episode.
Okay.
Episode 2.
Well, the whole reasoning behind everything happened is because there's a meteor that's coming to Earth, and I guess
The Christmas star, yeah.
Yeah, it lands right, and then like there's a bunch of
It's like a nuclear winter.
Things
on
in
it.
here.
I'm pretty sure they give it the date of when it lands.
Okay.
They don't give a date of like. Well, I'm pretty sure it's 10 years after it lands. They leave. So
Well, then there's something else that happens at the end of the first episode, where it looks like they get sucked into a time warp or something
I'm
like
pretty
that.
sure it's a
Something.
wormhole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it
they
could-
might be.
It's
maybe
not fully
hours in
explained.
the future.
It could be a black hole. Who fucking knows?
And I'm fine with that being a mystery or whatever. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss some detail that let us know this is 300 years in the future or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Well, people are getting mad in the chat room because I think Blue keeps saying Star Trek, and it's Star Trek.
Damn.
Listen better, goddamn it. Listen better.
Star Trek.
Trek.
They're tracking along the track.
So
My bike's a track.
fun fact: we are introduced to Dr. Smith at the end of the episode.
Yes.
Yes.
And the guy, the original the person that is Dr. Smith, the redheaded guy that she takes the jacket from, that is the original actor that played Will Robinson.
Wow, that's cool.
So,
Wait, when?
in the 60s. So the old gentleman, the redheaded guy that she steals the jacket from, and you see it says Dr. Smith, and she takes the jacket and says she's going to help him, and his leg is injured, and she leaves him.
I knew exactly what she's gonna do. I was like, "Damn, you're an asshole."
Yeah.
But I'd be interested to find out her backstory because, you
gotta-
she looked like she was fucking crazy. Like, she maybe was locked up and got out or some shit. Or
You gotta keep watching.
Crazy as shit.
They do a little bit more about her backstory.
How many episodes are we looking at? Is it 8,
13.
10?
It's
10
10.
episodes,
10.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm on episode
they're
5
hour,
right now.
they're hour long.
See, I'm on episode 8.
About an hour.
I
Well,
think-
one thing we need to talk about is the special effects because not just the special effects, but just the
Overall
shit this
quality.
family goes through.
Oh yeah, like from the get go, I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, so like they're playing fucking Go Fish, and all of a sudden their spaceship is hit by fucking debris, and they crash land on a goddamn planet. And then all of a sudden, so when the ship sank in the water, did you guys think of Star Wars? Like, who's gonna use the Force to put that one out?
I did not.
But then, like, the daughter, she goes into the water to try to grab a power pack, and then, like, the water starts to freeze around her, which was fucking
That was
dope.
cool as fuck. That
really
effect
fucking
was
cool.
dope.
Yeah.
because you're literally watching like the water crystallize around her.
Great effect. I can't recall seeing that in a movie or a TV series in a long time.
Me,
Well, no,
yeah, that was really
in
cool.
in what's the name of the movie? The Cloverfield Lane, the Netflix.
Oh yeah,
movie they
she
had
got- when
recently?
when she's trapped in the water and the
Yeah, but that
The
one it
door
instantly
busted out.
frees though.
It
It
does
Yeah,
instantly
this was
freeze.
was slowly
made me-
done.
The way it was shot, it made me feel claustrophobic for
yes.
her.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
my hands were starting to sweat. I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, you gotta get out of there!"
yeah.
I was like, she's gonna make it. She's gonna make it, and then she did. I was like,
And I was like,
What
I gotta
the
kill a black
fuck?
girl first.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
That's pretty interesting. So I guess they kind of explain later on about her lineage. It's a little vague.
Well,
Not in
no,
episode,
no,
not in episode 5 at least. But I mean, I'm just assuming that she's adopted at this point, so
Sure.
it doesn't really bother me. Yeah,
her mom's been around.
yeah.
the
Now,
mailman's
'cause
daughter.
it looks like the two daughters are about the same age because they seem
Yeah.
kind of
Well, it's weird.
Frannish.
They are not.
Yeah, they're not.
And the one that looks 18 does not look 18. Judy is
either
supposed to
black
be
or white.
18. She looks like
Judy's
she's
18.
12.
Wait,
So-
Black Judy is 18?
Yes.
Okay.
On this show,
She's
she's
also
18.
a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was going through the mentorship program, doctor program, or whatever. She got pretty far.
Yeah. Well, and one of the other things, I mean, we're spoiling quite a bit on the first episode. Hopefully everybody's seen it, but
Or just one.
the pilot.
yeah, but I loved the mom who is mostly injured this entire episode, but that twist with her doing some dirt and espionage, spy shit.
Oh,
goddamn
yeah,
it,
yeah.
to try to get her son on that shuttle or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That was a cool twist. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
it was interesting.
It kind of pointed out why she didn't want him to jump into the water because
Yeah.
he failed
Yeah.
that part and he probably would have fucking failed doing it this time again.
Okoye said, "Don't freeze."
It's funny if you've ever watched. I don't think everyone in here has watched House of Cards except for me and Stitch. But
I started watching it and then I couldn't finish it. Tarantino was fondling balls and pussies and shit. I was just like, what the
that's all
fuck,
bad.
man?
Yeah,
Little boys.
the mom. Every time the mom is on House of Cards, she plays Jackie Sharp, and every time I see her on this show, I'm like, that's Jackie Sharp, because that's who she was on the show. Because she's Marcella or Cottonmouth because he's on the show too. That's like his lover on the show.
All right.
It's pretty awesome.
Good shit.
So what are you overall thoughts on the episode? Like, what did you give it? Like out of 10?
I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
That's what I thought you were gonna give it.
Yeah, it didn't wow me. Besides the visuals, it didn't super wow me, but I would definitely want to see more. And I like the premise more than a lot of other sci-fi. It's much better than Cloverfield Paradox and a lot of others that I've seen.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably going to go up from here. But one episode in, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 too. Kind of piggybacking off what Prodigy said. I definitely enjoyed like the special effects, kind of the dynamics. They kind of went like hit the ground running because they had like nothing but action and then all this drama happening and like it's like, oh shit, they're already gonna kill off a character. Like, what the hell is going on here? But then like I love how they were jumping back into time and kind of showing like how the family was on Earth and then going back to the future again to the present time. Like, I love the jumping around, and plus the ending was fucking great, especially how they ended up in this location or in this area. It was kind of cool.
Ooh, okay. So Taro in the chat, he brings up a good point. He said these are beta males, not cucks. Which that's what I was thinking.
Well, I didn't think he's not a beta. Especially when you like look at it like as the show progresses, he's definitely not beta.
Based on the first episode, I felt he was kind of beta.
He's just giving his wife leeway because he doesn't want to cause strife in the family.
From my opinion, based on the first episode, I felt that he was kind of beta.
Yeah, well, that's because I don't know, man. Because I've been in his position where like you leave if you're gone from your family for like fucking 6 months, a year, or some shit like that. When you come back, you are barely the head of the household.
So here's the thing.
Actually, you're not the head of the household.
We don't know how long he comes back to the family and then goes into space. We know that he's gone, but does he stay gone, link up with the family, and then go to space? Or does he come back, they have some time together, and then into the program? We don't know that.
Yeah, well, I know they were in the same living quarters, so, I mean, yeah.
Hey, here's the thing. People gonna have difference of opinions on that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I totally get you. I see both points of view, kinda, but I'm leaning more towards. I didn't get the impression that he was a cuck or a beta or anything else, especially with that scene that I kept describing where he was like, "Will, get your ass up. It's time to jump. You've done this in training, bitch." You know what I mean? I was like, "All right."
So, yeah, like I said, you've only seen the first. Blue, you've seen...
I've only seen the first two.
Oh, you've only seen the first. Okay, yeah. So...
This will be ongoing.
I'm almost done. So, I mean, it's not like I rage quit or it was like, oh, I don't know. The second episode is what kept me going.
Okay.
So, when y'all get that far.
So what do you give episode number 1?
Episode 1, I'm giving a 7.
All right.
I gotta get it the highest. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. It's pretty rare that we see a new sci-fi show. This is the best. I won't say the best. It's a pretty good sci-fi show.
Yeah, I was about to say because
like the Expanse, it's in place number 3 for me right now. It's tied between the Expanse and Star Trek Discovery, and then Lost in Space.
But what about Altered Carbon? You were telling us watch Altered Carbon. It's got to be up there.
I put it in like a different category because like they were in space and shit. Even though I guess
it's
technically
super
Altered Carbon
sci-fi.
was, but yeah,
I mean, they used technology to beat death. They had they were cloning each other.
I give it's better than Altered Carbon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love Altered Carbon.
I'm good.
Altered Carbon was
I'm
more
actually okay with that.
detective than it was sci-fi.
It is,
like
but it
more
has
cop-ish.
The theme of it is basically a PI story in the future.
Well, and all of these initial reviews, even though Kronos has seen 5 of them, it may change by the time we get all completely done with 10.
My rating changes as I went forward.
Oh yeah,
so.
I already see like a potential issue with like me lowering the score with the show. So
Could go up, could go down. Good shit. I want to know even more like feedback from like people. Like what I don't know what other people are saying. Anybody in the chat?
Yeah,
loving, liking it. Are they pissing on it? What does the internet say?
They're telling
I'm
us to
looking
react
at
to
the
more
chat.
videos.
God damn it.
Yeah,
send boobs and vagine. Thirsty. All right. Where should we go? You guys want to talk about this TJ Miller shit?
I didn't get the whole story. I heard was he
That's the actor,
convicted?
right?
Yeah, he's an actor. So he's an actor from most famously from Silicon Valley. He's in a lot. He's in Ready Player One as well.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
he's
also
in
in
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he
that's
is in Deadpool. They're saying Deadpool actor. So when did this happen? This happened a week ago. So he was on a train. He was on one train going one direction. Apparently, he'd been drinking.
What time did the train leave the station, though?
He had called in a bomb threat on another train going to New York. And apparently there's a... Oh, this happened on the 18th. There it is. March 18th. So this happened a few weeks ago.
A month ago.
Yeah. So he had it was an Amtrak train traveling to Washington, D.C. to New York, Penn Station. And he claimed that there was a female passenger with a bomb in her bag.
Bomb pussy or just a bomb?
Just the bomb. So they evacuated the train, found no evidence, and then apparently they tracked it down to him, and he got arrested for this.
Oh, of course, man. You can't be calling in no motherfucking bomb threats.
Fake-ass bomb threats. So I guess he was released on bail. Apparently he was also in the news also recently for some kind of sexual misconduct stuff.
So I heard the sexual misconduct stuff was old, like literally from the early 2000s.
Yes.
And brought up much later.
Brought up like around a month or two ago.
Yeah. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know the details all that much, but that does seem really old.
Yeah, it's actually late last year.
Not all told ninja. That was like yesterday.
Oh yeah, almost rusted.
But why is he on this? Why is he on this? Is he in Deadpool 2? Because that's dropping.
Yeah, he's in the trailer.
Yeah,
holy fuck!
Which opens up in a few weeks.
What are you doing?
I always think it's weird when like people say, "Oh, I was drunk and I did this." Like I've never been so drunk I did something that I didn't think would be cool if I was sober.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I don't think a bomb threat or some shit like that would be, you know. Yeah, that's fucking weird. Go ahead.
Well, and you don't do that by accident either.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's like, what the
No,
fuck?
apparently this starts with, let's see, there's an attendant who advised Miller he had been in a hostile exchange with a woman who was sitting in a different row from him in the first class car because he was drunk.
Oh, so he's being a dick. Right.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
So then she did have that bomb ass pussy.
Didn't Netflix, or not Netflix, HBO boot him off of Silicon Valley, which I don't watch, based on either allegations or some other bullshit?
It was the sexual misconduct allegations. That's why he was kicked off the show, pretty much. So,
old boy seemed like he fucking up.
Yeah.
You know?
He's drinking that tiger blood.
Oh, man.
It sounds like more than just being drunk, though, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably drunk and pissed off.
I think he was hanging out with Conor McGregor. Throwing fucking chairs and shit.
Go in that hand truck.
Wait, have we talked about this yet or no?
No, we can though, because
go ahead.
This is a couple weeks back, but yeah, Conor McGregor apparently acted like a fucking maniac with him and his crew, and decided to run up on a bus full of UFC fighters and throw a fucking chair through or a ladder through it.
It was a hand truck.
Oh, hand truck?
Yeah.
Through the window. So it cut the face of
fucking
one
heavy.
fighter, lacerated the eye, a piece of glass got stuck in another guy's eye, and basically from his actions, 3 fights from a card got canceled.
Yeah, and he wasn't even fighting.
Yeah, he wasn't even fighting. Total fucking dick move. And actually, Rose Namajunas almost pulled out of her fight, which was a championship fight.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up, and I'm glad he has millions because now he's gonna lose it. Because Michael Chiesa, the guy who cut his face, he's suing him as he should.
Good.
Oh yeah.
And the guy that has glass under his eye, he should sue him as well. I mean, there's no place for that kind of. It's basically thuggery. You know what I mean? Like the guy's acting like a goddamn fool, throwing chairs through shit. It's like, look, if you're a fighter, like you have the ultimate outlet of fucking anger. You know, take it to the octagon, the ring, or wherever the fuck, fight and be done with it.
Was he also stripped of his belt though? Like before this even happened?
Well, he should have been, yeah. But they were holding on to it for a while because he's a huge draw. But he's stripped now, and now they're talking about him not ever fighting the UFC again because the UFC's bring up charges too because he destroyed their property. And,
it was their bus.
Yeah, it was their bus, and they lost money. They lost money because 3 fights got fucking canceled. That's for sure. That's why I didn't watch it live.
Yeah, because
the fights that I want to see Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. I can't even say it right now.
Goddamn.
Nurmagomedov. That's how I say it last name. Goddamn. Had to slow it down, y'all. I want to see that fight because Khabib is a badass motherfucker, and so is Tony. But Tony, he hurt his knee, so that actually wasn't affected by that. But there's other fights too that were on that card that were going to be good. So
I like how he flew from goddamn Ireland, supposedly with his crew, to do this dumb shit. Like that's premeditated, aggravated assault or worse. You know what I mean?
I'm sure he didn't fly here with the intent to do that, but he probably just got drunk and fucked up. Was like, yeah, let's go fuck some shit up.
Yeah,
which
is it's like stay your ass in fucking Ireland, then. Goddamn it! What the fuck you doing?
Go home.
It's a shame. It's another good fighter that is just throwing their career away, like John Jones.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
it's a shame because he could have made millions, if not billions, of more money if he would have stayed, a decent dude. Because they were talking about Floyd coming to do MMA with modified rules. That would have sold so many. It would have outsold their original fight, like by far.
Yeah. Big money.
Then I fucked it up.
Because he dumb.
Yeah, he could have done one more fight and basically retired.
Thugged out. Thugged out, goddammit. Thugged out. All right. Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. It feels like forever ago. Actually, so do we want to talk about what happened in Philadelphia with the Starbucks?
Oh, we might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we
stand on current event topics.
Yeah,
do you want to start this off and break down?
Isn't there 2 stories though about Starbucks? Or
there is 2 stories, but we'll focus
multiple
on this
angles.
one.
We'll talk about
Because
both of them.
the second one, I don't know which city that was in.
I
watched the video though.
That one happened first.
It did happen first, but got released later.
I may have a different take from y'all on this. Go ahead.
So, 2 men sitting at a Starbucks in Philly. They've been sitting there waiting, did not purchase anything. One of them gets up to ask to use the restroom because you need a code to get to the bathroom, and he was refused. And so,
wait, no, you're mixing up your stories.
Wait,
No. This is the most recent one. Talk about the one that everybody fucking knows about.
About the one about the
You're mixing up your stories.
Am I missing
Really?
that? Oh.
Yeah, because the first story is about the guy who used the bathroom. He wanted to use the bathroom. They wouldn't give him the code. The other one was the 2 guys were just waiting there for their friend to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
the one I thought.
he also
He didn't
used
go to-
the
nah,
restroom?
He didn't use the bathroom.
No.
They just sat there and waited.
These are 2 separate stories, man.
Yeah, you're mixing up your 2 stories.
They're
Okay.
definitely 2 separate stories.
Well, someone who knows the goddamn story, the main story, tell it.
The main story is one about the 2 dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 2 guys at Starbucks, and they're waiting for their friend to get there. And I guess the manager kind of decided to call the police on them for no apparent reason, other than them kind of, I guess, loitering. That's what you would consider it, right? Just them sitting there. But yeah, both guys got arrested, and a few bystanders like, why are they getting arrested? They just been sitting here doing nothing. And these guys, I believe they're in college or they're college grads. But yeah, they got arrested.
They were real estate agents.
Oh, that's what it was? Okay. And yeah, they got arrested, and I guess a bunch of people got upset about that, and so they decided to, or a lot of black folks decided to boycott Starbucks, or they started to protest Starbucks. And
That shit ain't gonna work, first of all.
well, it actually kind of worked because Starbucks they're supposed to be like non-discriminating company, so they're actually having like this, I guess, this training seminar you want to call it, where they're going to close like 2,800 of their stores, their company stores.
Well, it's more than that, but yeah.
It was like 8,500.
Yeah, there's 8,000.
Yeah, I think it's 8,500 of their stores, just so that they could spend the day training their employees how to not be racist.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your take on this?
I want to hear your take on this. We have the same take. I don't know.
Yeah, we may not. So here's the thing.
Okay,
man.
hold on. This is stem for them using the restroom. The
all
Philadelphia incident is about them trying to use the restroom.
All right.
The
All right. Okay.
manager
if it
called
is,
because
if it
they
is,
did
it
not
is.
make a purchase.
If it is, it is. Here's my thing. I have not been to Philadelphia. I've been to New York. Spent plenty of time. Worked in San Francisco for a long time. So in large major cities, usually there's some type of signage in most stores that says, if you're not a paying customer, you need to get the fuck out. In a lot of, or something to that effect. We reserve the right to refuse service to anybody. Something along those lines. Now, if you're asked, hey, you have not purchased anything, therefore you can't use the bathroom, I don't necessarily think that's discrimination, per se. I feel like you coulda, woulda, shoulda. Maybe, and I don't want to blame these guys, per se, because it doesn't seem like they did anything maybe wrong, but maybe from a de-escalation standpoint, what I've done in my personal life, when I've tried to use a Starbucks or a hotel bathroom or something like that, or gas station or whatever the fuck, in especially major cities, and they've told me, hey, you ain't a customer, so no.
You become a customer.
Got a small cup of coffee, some gum, said, fuck you, give me the goddamn bathroom key. And if they didn't, yeah, I would probably make a much uglier case out of that. Mm-hmm. But if I hadn't purchased anything, and I don't know how long they were there and got asked to purchase something, if they were not willing to buy anything, even if they're waiting on a friend, the store can say, you need to get the fuck out. And that's not me defending them,
Right,
per se. But go ahead.
That part I understand. I'm totally with you on that. But calling the cops, it seems kind of extreme.
That's overboard.
Yeah, that's way overboard in my mind.
So the reason why they called the cops is because the men refused to leave, which then I understand when you want them removed from the premises, they are within their right to call the police to forcibly remove them. However, arresting them for being there, I think that is overboard. Like I've been in a situation where the police have had to come and they just wait there and forcibly remove these people. Usually people get up and they go outside. The police talk to them and then they both go their separate ways. They wait for them to leave the premises, then the police leave. In this instance, if you watch the video, one of the police officers says they refuse to leave because they're waiting for a friend. Now we are done with them being removed from the premises. They are hell-bent on arresting them because the officer removes a chair preparing for an altercation.
Okay.
So this escalated. So basically, they got arrested for sitting there. Now, the two men, if you watch the video, they do not raise their voice, they don't curse, and they don't resist.
No.
They immediately stand up and surrender peacefully. But yet they are held for 8 hours at the police station. And they are not charged with anything.
Could have been de-escalated. I am not arguing against that one bit.
I think on both sides it could be de-escalated. Just like, look, just buy a fucking... you can't just go to somebody's business and just fucking hang out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, again...
But at the same time, I don't expect me to just... If I'm in somebody's place of business, hanging out or wherever the fuck, to get the police called on me.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's the other side.
Yeah. But again, for me, the thing that I still haven't heard in all these stories, and even watching some of the video, I don't get a sense of, were they there for 5 minutes and the store owners were like, hey, if you ain't buying something, get the fuck out? Because that would have been certainly racial profiling for the most part, or I don't like the way these guys are looking. They're looking like they're doing something suspicious, whatever. Let me, something along the lines of racial profiling. If it was, I'm here for 5 minutes. I'm going to make sure you buy something. Otherwise, you got to get the fuck out. Or if they were there for like an hour or 45 minutes and they still just hanging out and you're like, y'all ain't customers. Y'all need to leave.
It's kind of...
And actually, on the cop side too, but like, yo, can y'all just leave?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. No, but if you watch, this cop is ready because they're bicycle cops.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh,
we got something to do.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, we're done. He literally says we're done. We're past that. We're past them being removed. They're basically going to jail.
Yeah,
and it's just like
that's disappointing.
The guy that they're waiting for shows up and says, "What's going on? These two guys are waiting for me. We're having a meeting here." And I've been to Starbucks. There's been plenty of people with no fucking coffee, nothing, and they're just fucking sitting there.
And I've gone to
with
Starbucks
their fucking laptop.
Right in their screenplays.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, I was going to say, I've been to Starbucks a bunch of times where, not a bunch of times, but I've gone there a few times and just sat there just to use their Wi-Fi because, like, maybe the internet at my house was out and I had to go somewhere to use the internet.
You wanted to fap in public, Blue.
Wait, why are you lying? That's what you want to do.
I didn't say what kind of work I was
doing. Why you put that on him?
But, I mean, there's a lot of people that go to Starbucks and just kind of hang out. Like, it's kind of the thing to do, so...
Well, I mean, fucking high school kids do that shit.
Yeah, I've literally worked from Starbucks before.
Yep.
With like my current job, but I bought something. You know what I mean? It's like I don't just go there, and I think their coffee is fucking garbage, but I still bought some of their coffee or some other bullshit. You know, because it's like, look, I know you guys got to pay some bills, and so if I'm going to stay in your place of business, even if you're waiting for somebody, you still got to buy something. You know what I mean? Or if you're not going to buy something, just fucking sit outside. You know what I mean?
Well, it's been cold, lady, man.
If $2 worth of like literally a small cup of coffee or whatever, $3, whatever the hell they charge, would have like shut the manager up, because there's nothing you can really say in a coffee, or nothing you should say as a coffee shop manager when someone has bought a small cup of coffee and is now sitting down, and it's a reasonable amount of time. They're not bothering other customers. They're not stinking like the fucking homeless in San Francisco, shitting all over the fucking place every fucking day of the week.
Whoa.
Never mind.
I came from a personal place.
Yeah. Yeah, I got problems with San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, dude, when the guy that they're waiting for shows up, he says, "Well, we'll just leave." That's when the cops are like, "No."
He said it. Did
the guy that they are waiting for? Yeah. He shows up and he says, "We'll just go to another establishment." And the cops are like, "No, we're past that.
Yeah,
it's time for these two to go to jail." It's like, what? The cop could have let them go. That's them leaving the premises.
I hear you.
And then he's like, "No, we're taking them to jail." It's like, really? And then the police chief sets out a video saying the cops did what they were supposed to do.
I mean, I don't know Philly protocol or whatever, but it sounds like it got escalated.
Well, it depends on if is loitering. This is why I have a problem, all right? Because it isn't against the law. If you're loitering, it's like a misdemeanor.
Sure.
The cops could have just been doing their job. You know what I mean? But
Could
at the
have
same time, it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're a fucking business owner and somebody's just fucking hanging out in your establishment, not buying shit, so I get it. It's kind of fucked up all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, if they were waiting for someone to, and they were going to make a purchase,
Yeah.
and they're just saying, "Hey, we're waiting,"
Can
it's
we-
like,
there's
dude,
no
you
need-
really can't wait another 5-10 minutes for their third party to show up, and then they purchase.
Do you need to wait 5 or 10 minutes to buy something in a store?
No,
you don't. When you
But
first
they're
get in
waiting
there,
for their full party, maybe.
Why would you need to wait for your whole party to buy a fucking cup of coffee, bro?
Yeah.
Well,
that-
some people do. I mean,
Yeah.
shit. Who knows what?
I want to
Okay.
say Chris Rock said it best. Like when he talked about OJ murdering Nicole Smith, he's like, "Look, I ain't saying he should have done it, but I understand."
Goddamn.
That's basically what this all comes down to.
One quick thing. I think one of the things that also nobody wants to talk about with this is when you look a certain way, and I'm not even talking about just being black. I'm not talking about just being black.
Why are you lying?
No, I'm talking about if you looking like you up to some hoodnificent shit, and you know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say that, you are going to be held to a whole different standard, whether right or wrong, from people who have a business that they're trying to run, that they don't want what appears to be hoodnificent shit going on in their business.
I don't know what they were. I don't know what they look like.
You
So
can
I-
if you watch the video, they're wearing like hoodies. They're not wearing business suits.
Yeah, they don't look like they're going to a business meeting. Let's just say that. And there are going to be assumptions that we all should be aware of when you look like that. Now, that's not saying that it's their fault per se. You could have been coming from the gym, could have been whatever. All I'm trying to say is, if you don't look like you're about business of some sort, and you look out of place in that particular place, that particular restaurant or whatever, you're going to probably suffer some gross interactions that you don't want.
If Asians had did this would not have happened.
You know? I mean,
If suit or not.
No, it depends on what kind of Asian.
yeah.
Yes, it does. I've seen some fucking thugged out ass Asians that would
the
same
triads
thing would happen.
The triads go in there. Yeah.
What's the name of that guy from up in San Francisco? Like Little Fish.
Oh, Shrimp Boy.
Shrimp Boy.
Shrimp Boy. That's
Yeah,
what it was.
Shrimp Boy is thugged out. You know what? We don't talk about him.
We need to get Henry up in here.
Who the fuck is Shrimp Boy?
Yo,
You don't know who Shrimp
Dude.
Boy is? What the fuck? You live in the Bay?
I've probably seen him, but
He's probably
I didn't
the
know he
reason
had a
why-
name.
He's probably the reason why the mayor is dead.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Hot takes. Let's erase
Let's
that
change
out.
that subject.
Yeah. Let's
Well,
erase that.
oh, hey, Cake Man has a point. He says you wait because you want hot coffee for your meeting. Instead
I
of
mean,
going through.
okay. Get a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Get some gum.
Dude, you want to spend $5 on a bottle of water? 'Cause
I
that
don't
shit's
want
expensive.
to, but I also don't. I don't want to go to jail.
That's true.
So check this out. Imagine you go to a restaurant, like a sit-down restaurant, and you tell them you're just gonna sit down and wait for somebody. If a certain amount of time goes by, you have to buy something. They will not let you hang out. So just think about that when you think about, oh, well, they should have just. It's okay for them to just sit down. No, it's not, because most other establishments, that's not okay. You can't just hang out and not buy something.
I got something for you.
But, dude-
imagine if you're the store owner, and again, I'm not trying to pick on these guys per se because they weren't violent, they didn't, do a whole bunch of crazy shit. But all I'm saying too is, imagine you're the store owner in like a major urban city, and Joe Blow homeless stanking up the place wants to come in all the motherfucking time. You gonna look for a reason to kick these motherfuckers out. I guarantee you're going to.
As long as if he's paying,
You gonna still kick that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I've had to deal with this. As long as they're paying, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean.
So there's not much you can do. They're a paying customer. You got to treat them like everyone else. But if they're
Get the
not
shank.
paying,
Get the shank.
if they're not paying, then you can ask them to leave, especially if they become a disturbance to other guests.
This is true.
In
Yeah,
the
like I said.
establishment. These men were not a disturbance. In fact, other people are vouching for them that they
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
That's true. That's
Being
true.
sitting down in a coffee shop should not get you fucking arrested.
Well, I see all sides of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. The cops showed up because they wanted people removed from the premises, which Starbucks is in their right to do. I get that. But the fact that when their third party shows up and says, we will leave and go to another establishment, and the cop says no, that is an issue for me.
Can I add one more thing on here? if this is in Philadelphia proper, again, a major city and whatnot, plenty of foot traffic and all that other bullshit, I'm sure this hasn't happened just this one fucking time.
Probably not.
Where people have sat down and didn't buy their coffee. They said, hey, I'll buy something when my friend gets here. I'm sure that's happened all the time.
I've had meetings or job interviews at Starbucks, and like when I get
people do it all
there,
the
the
time.
person who I'm meeting with, he's been there for probably like maybe a good 5 or 10 minutes, and he doesn't have a coffee. He's like waiting for me to get there so he can buy a coffee for himself and for me. So if that was the case, like maybe they're going to buy their friend a coffee, but it all depends on the story. But
Was he white?
Well, that's why there's just a disconnect, right? Because if the person would have just said, "Hey, you got to buy something," I'm sure if they're reasonable people, they would have bought something.
yeah.
Seems reasonable.
But it sounds like it didn't happen. So
Yeah. And again, I don't want to blame them per se, but yeah, it could have
arrested
been handled differently.
for being peaceful. They weren't loud.
Yeah, I hear you.
They were sitting there, but they got hauled off to jail and were detained for 8 hours.
That's all bad. I'm not discrediting that is not what should have happened.
Now I have a conundrum because I just got a $15 Starbucks card.
You better spend that shit on some white girl coffee. Come on.
Maybe if I sprinkle some Coke in it.
God.
But there was actually continuing on the Starbucks thing. There was also a black kid who went to a Starbucks and tried to use the restroom, and he had asked for the code to be able to use the bathroom, and they wouldn't give it to him. And like as he was like walking to the bathroom, a white kid came out, and he stopped and he's filming this thing the entire time, and he stops to ask the white kid. He's like, "Hey, did they give you the code to use the bathroom?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you buy anything?" He's like, "No, I'm going to buy something now." And the black kid was saying that he was going to buy something too, but he really needs to use the bathroom. And so I guess that's another thing that was added to the story, that once again, it was a black kid trying to use the restroom, and they wouldn't give him the code to use the bathroom because they said he wasn't going to buy anything, or they just wasn't going to give it to him.
Whip out your dick and piss all over the that's what I say, goddamn.
Now that might get you shot.
I'll tell you one of my angriest moments in a Starbucks. But, all right, so this actually had nothing to do with like Starbucks. Just happened to be in a Starbucks. All right, so came back, the family, we were coming back from somewhere, and I had to pee so fucking bad. Like this is one of the moments where I was so fucking close to peeing my goddamn pants as a goddamn adult. And I had to pee real fucking bad, and I go in there in a Starbucks, and I'm waiting on this fucking bathroom. Bro, 15 minutes goes by, I'm not even bullshitting you. And somebody was in there, I could hear them, but they weren't coming out. Apparently there was like some hobos that like fucking wash up in there, and I was like, I had to fucking drive down the street, do the pee-pee dance, like in the fucking car, trying to get there, go to a fucking Walgreens and fucking go to a bathroom. Man, I was so fucking angry though.
Yeah,
like
banging on the door.
Yeah, if that person would have came out, I'd have probably fucked them up on sight. I'm like, no, dude, what are you doing? This isn't fucking wash up time.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a fucking hobo and you gotta use a shower, be a fucking adult about it. Go to fucking 24 Hour Fitness.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but they probably or shit. Don't they have showers at the Y?
There you go.
Yeah, though isn't the Y free?
Bathe in that gutter water. That's what I say, goddamn it. Holy shit, we've gone all over the place, but we got more for you. Whom should have saw Rampage? The Rock's movie.
That would be me.
With Negan.
Yeah.
How was this?
This was one of those let's start the summer movie brigade or fucking onslaught.
Early? Because it's nowhere near summer.
Yeah, but it feels like one of those summer movies. You just go in, buy your big popcorn, turn off your mind, and just watch the spectacle across the screen.
So I heard it was good. I heard it was like the best video game movie. But then again, it's very good at making fun of shit.
This will probably be the highest grossing video game movie of all time. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's entertaining, but it's not like a stellar movie. It's just like a fun movie, you know, something you could take the kids with.
That's okay.
Yeah, so it's not like stellar. There's a couple things. It's like there's a lot of good talent in the film, but it's just...
Quick question. Do they make video game references in the movie?
So Malin Ackerman, who is the CEO of the evil company...
Is a long yes or no.
There's a arcade cabinet behind her of the 2 Rampage games.
Okay.
So, and then there's a couple other references like hidden throughout the movie, but there's a lot of action, a lot of crazy shit.
I heard Negan literally plays Negan. Is that right?
So he's Negan working for the government. Okay. That's literally what he is.
Right.
This is before Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's like before Walking Dead, when animals came out and then zombies came across. Yeah, so I mean, it's a fun movie. Don't expect anything like Oscar worthy or like super compelling, or it's just like, you know, giant creatures, disaster movie. The Rock saves the day. Naomi Harris is like, you know, right by his side, cute. Negan's like the gray character. So,
is this better than what was the one with John Boyega trying to smash up kaiju? Ooh. Is it better or
Pacific
worse?
Rim?
It's very close.
Okay.
I would put this above Pacific Rim Uprising.
All right.
Even though I had fun with that movie, it has the same kind of like, oh, let's just have fun. Let's not think too hard. Let's just go with it.
I want to see the dog and the gorilla fucking. Does that happen?
What the fuck, man?
Not
Bro, you
really.
watch too much porn.
Yeah, too much animal porn. I think there is animal sex, if I remember. It's early on.
You might need to have an intervention for Prodigy.
Oh, there's monkey sex. I think there's monkey sex in the beginning.
Eastern European girls getting down on horses?
No, it's not. No horse nut.
right.
No, none of that shit that you
They're
be
not
trying to send
hard,
me.
though. They're not real. I mean, there's a lot of fluid.
No.
Buckets.
Yeah.
What you giving it out of 1 to 10?
I'm going to get it a 6.5.
All right, that's kind of on the low side.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds like a
kinda low
rental.
Yeah, I mean, if you have kids, this is great. If you have kids that are like, you know,
And you don't like your kids? What?
I don't have any fucking
It's great.
kids.
Fuck those kids.
Yeah, if you have kids, it's a great movie to take your kids to.
They can
But
scream and yell all up in the theater.
Yeah, if you're
So
trying
don't
to
go
do
see
like
this movie.
date night or whatever, nah, you pick something else.
All right, God.
Go see Deadpool.
Yeah, see Deadpool.
Wait, did you also? Were you the only one also who saw this Quiet Place one?
Yeah, I thought you were going to see this too. No?
I didn't see it. Is it Kronos? You see it?
No, I don't watch horror. Especially when they say it's like based on real events.
Okay.
Wait,
Fuck
what?
yourself. Get
Wait,
the fuck
what?
out of here.
How did they say this?
Well, first of all, I don't watch horror movies hardly at all anymore.
Okay.
They're too fucking ridiculous. They're almost all jump scares and bullshit. And then second of all, a lot of these horror movies now, they try to say it's based on fucking real events. No, it's fucking not. Get the fuck out of here. I almost want to fucking sue them. They're like, show me the real events. Like, they never fucking happen. Never fucking happen. Anyway, go ahead, talk about the little bullshit movie.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, well,
everybody has their quiet space. Life might be a bar.
I thought that was me. I thought that was me time.
What is this movie? What's the premise? Goddammit.
The premise is there's like these creatures roaming around this like farmland, and if you make too much noise, they will fuck you up.
Wait, do you see these
it's about your
creatures? Are they too
Yes,
cheap?
you do see these creatures, and they're very fucked up looking. They're kind of like a mashup of Silent Hill and like Dead Space looking shit.
Wait. Aliens or monsters?
Don't know. They're not
Okay,
explained because like they're on a farmland. They're not scientists. They're trying to keep their family safe, and they use some interesting, you know, audio cues and whatnot. They're very loud, but when they kill things, but you have to be very quiet, or else they find you and fuck you up.
Is this by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong?
No,
Sounds like
is
one
not
of his
by M.
movies.
So this was actually, I like this a lot more than Rampage. Because
Okay.
this had a much more solid like story, even though there's not a lot of talking. They do sign language to each other.
Are you kidding
So-
me? Really?
Yeah, they signed to the movie because their oldest daughter is deaf.
All right.
So they taught the family they all taught each other how to sign, and so they show like, you know, there's some tragedy in the movie, and then
Oh,
you know.
Since they signed, do they have subtitles, I guess? They probably
Yes.
have to, right? All right.
Yes, there are some parts where
Like,
they
tough luck.
there's some part because it's weird. Like most of the movies in sign, but there are some parts where they actually talk to each other, where they find a way to communicate via voice. Basically, the creatures are fucked up looking. They're very fast. There's a little bit of gore. There's some suspense stuff going on. So
So you said farm, meaning horses.
the horses are fucking ripped open.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Not
horse,
sexually.
No horse nut. No, the people get ripped open sexually by
Okay.
horses, which you keep trying to send me, which I don't open because I already know what it is. No matter what kind of splash screen you try to set
You
up.
love it. You love
So
it.
yeah, I like The Quiet Place. I can see why people were saying that this could have a sequel or like a cinematic universe because there's a lot of directions they could go with it.
Wow, it's actually sitting at a 95% on Rotten Tomato.
That's
yeah,
a great
it's
rating.
it was an entertaining film.
It dethroned Ready Player One.
Yes, it
Wow,
did.
that's
With
impressive.
its first
Yeah,
week
they-
coming out. So
And way smaller budget. I know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
A whole lot way less. But it's actually PG-13, which means that...
yeah, it's weird because there's some goriness to it. There's some fucked up parts. So
You see kidneys?
I'm not gonna answer that.
All right. What'd you give that one?
I give this one an 8.
You were the only one on this cast that watches movies in the theater. I want you to
Yeah.
know that's kind of that's kind
Well,
of.
I mean,
Well,
we
we're
try-
going-
Well, me and you got an excuse. We got
Oh, yeah.
family and shit.
Yeah,
so.
y'all got chillings.
Yeah, Netflix.
It's
Netflix
not like
is
y'all
that
ain't
shit.
gonna go see Infinity War.
Oh,
so
for
I
sure.
don't
You
what
know
you're
that.
talking about.
That's a movie you can take the kids to.
Me and Kim are talking about doing split ops to watch movies from now on.
There you go.
like-
you kind of have to.
Yeah, I'm just like, I can't keep asking somebody to watch Riley, watch a movie, so we're just going to have to split it up.
Let's stay with movies for a quick second. We got into this hot and heavy debate before the fucking cast.
We did?
A little bit, yeah. There was some Star Wars news.
Oh yeah.
I'm still scratching my head at it. Ava DuVernay was like associated with this news of a red-boned black woman. I can't remember her fucking name right now for the life of me. Is going to be the second unit director on the next Star Wars 5011, blah blah blah. That J.J. Abrams is going to be the lead director, which we all know of. Why is this news? What does it have to do with Ava? What the fuck is a second unit director? What's going on here?
Is this open to the floor? Or?
Yeah, go ahead. Fucking answer.
Yeah. So the second unit director usually does like either pickup shots or maybe some like
Cum shots.
pickup,
I'm
not
sorry,
fucking
sorry.
finishing or money shots.
Fluffers, what?
There's
ready
usually
to go.
several different unit. There's like a second, a third, sometimes a fourth unit director, especially with big action
Cut the
movies.
balls.
Yeah. So I only think that this is news because this director or this second unit director is African American.
Redbone.
Yeah. Usually what happens is a lot of directors that are big now, they start out as second unit directors.
This is the first time in my fucking life I have ever heard of someone being a second unit director. I wasn't familiar with the fucking term. I've heard of an assistant director, but this sounds like it's something slightly different. And also, why are we caring now?
Maybe because Ava DuVernay brought.
What does she have to
this?
do with this bullshit? I don't know. Is she
she-
just happy for this other black woman? Is that what we're talking about?
She had collaborated with J.J. Abrams on the Force Awakens.
Ava
privately.
did?
Yes. She had some input on the lightsaber sequence with Rey and Kylo Ren.
that was
or
maybe the
Supreme
be-
Leader Kylo Ren.
That was maybe the best part of that movie.
And then she has, I don't know if she's worked with this second unit director before or whatnot. Maybe she's a personal friend, but she was super happy about this. Maybe this is a first for Star Wars because it's a black woman. Maybe it's a first for all of cinema,
Yeah, that's
which
a lot
I highly doubt.
That's a lot of speculation. Don't get me wrong. I like Ava DuVernay. I liked her, in Queen Sugar and 13th, the documentary she did. A great job on Netflix. It just seems like, and she has a new movie coming out, or she's going to start filming New
A Wrinkle in
Gods.
Time, which you didn't see.
No, A Wrinkle in Time, but a new one, New Gods for DC that
yeah.
I'm mildly interested in.
Wait, is it animated?
But no, that one's going to be live action. I just didn't get her. It seemed like her name was attached because her name is much bigger than this woman, who we still haven't named. But I didn't get other than her being happy for another black woman doing something, which I'm fine with. This seemed weird to make a big deal out of someone being a second unit director rather than the director.
Yeah,
Maybe, is this her girlfriend or something?
it's not. I mean, I saw it because Joseph P. Illich, who I love, he shot out a tweet about it, and I was like, first I thought it was Ava DuVernay was going to direct like the next movie, and I was like, oh, well that's cool. I don't really care that it's somebody black doing it because I just care about if it's a good movie. You know what I mean? But I mean that's cool. And then I saw that it wasn't even her. It was like it was somebody else, and then it wasn't even a director. So I was like, I read that shit all wrong. I was like, what the fuck? So I fucked up. But I'm just like, is this newsworthy that somebody's a second? It doesn't make any sense to me that that's a big deal. I mean, accomplishments are accomplishments, but I guess to me it has to be a bigger deal. You know what I mean? And for me, it's your content. Look, I don't really give a fuck what your physical attributes are. If you make a good film, that's what I care about. If you're a good actor, that's what I care about. You make a content, that's what I care about. And I think that a lot of people today they're kind of stressing a little bit too much on physical attributes of creators and stuff, and then they demand that I like it because I share the same skin tone as somebody else. Honestly, I don't really give a shit because I've seen shitty ass movies and comic books and stuff like that from every single fucking ethnicity on this planet. I just care about, is it going to be good? And I think that's what a lot of people are kind of forgetting in this day and age. They care more about this kind of, it's almost like race baiting. You know what I mean? It's just like, you should care about this because you share these attributes, but no, I really don't. You know,
we need Quan. We need his input on this. So
Yeah, because he's in the industry.
Yeah, I will probably talk to him this weekend. So maybe we can return to this next week.
Well, it sounds like trying to piggyback off of the success of Black Panther. They're thinking like, oh, well, we had a black director for this, and all black people are good at directing.
Well, I don't see that.
Let's try to get him in there.
Because we had Lee Daniels before then. He was nominated, even though he didn't win.
Gary Gray. I mean,
I love that dude.
Yeah, we've had a lot of black directors. Here's my thing. She's not a name yet. Nobody knows whomstead she is.
We wish her the best.
I hope that she becomes a name.
Yeah.
She could be. Maybe this is her jump off.
Maybe she uses this as an opportunity.
Platform.
I don't know her yet, so I can't quite get excited. There's no fucking trailer for the new Star Wars.
No, they haven't even started filming.
Rian Johnson, white guy. I don't have any ill will towards him, besides the fact that he put purple-haired cunt in that motherfucking Last Jedi movie, and that shit sucked. But other than that, he didn't do a great job. You know what I mean? So make a good Star Wars movie. I will be cheering your name as a fan, but I'm also not going to be excited about a second unit director. If you're the director, you get the credit. You get the gold. It's your baby. Second unit is, I mean, you're on the team, but you kind of warming the bench.
It's like in My Hero Academia, how like there's the A class and then there's like the B class.
Yeah.
Like they're still out there doing hero shit, but not really.
Yeah, they helping old ladies get across the street, but they ain't like
cats out the tree.
Yeah, and it's a shame that at this point in time we're kind of blowing up these roles that aren't even that. I mean, they're important, but not really. You know what I mean? It's like I would much rather see people put an emphasis on African Americans or minorities getting into STEM fields, other than somebody getting a fucking second
Coffee from Starbucks.
Yeah, like I don't really give a shit about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to me, like us raising up has nothing to do with like the entertainment industry. Us coming up has to do with things that actually will make us money and educate us more. Than these other like kind of ancillary. Because I hate the fact that society in America puts more stock in, especially African Americans, in these entertainment roles than they do with us in these STEM fields when we're actually intelligent. People, if you walk down the street and you ask somebody that is not black or I would say not educated in science at all, they would have no idea who the fuck Neil deGrasse Tyson is. I would say a good, I don't know, at least 80% of the people that in America have no idea who the fuck this guy is.
True.
And he doesn't get near. I didn't see a headline for him when he became the director of the Hayden Planetarium.
Sure.
Way less fucking press than this chick is getting, and she's not even like the director. And don't get me wrong, I'm sorry, I kind of sound like an asshole because I wish her the best. I hope that she becomes the best that she can be. I hope that she directs movies in the future. That's her own shit.
Yes.
But at the same time, we have other people that are, to me, vastly more important that are not getting the same kind of press because they're not in entertainment fields. And that fucking pisses me off. And it's the reason why, when I was a kid, that I fucking didn't get into fucking football. The reason why I wasn't interested in any of that kind of shit, any kind of sports like that. 'Cause that's all entertainment shit.
You would have been Denzel if not for.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about none of that stuff. Like, I think it's way more important that we come up in like these intellectual fields other than entertainment. Because entertainment, I mean, it's cool, I guess, but ultimately, there's more important shit that needs to be done that has to do with advancing society as a whole, not just entertaining society.
You could be the next real life Shuri, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we need to kind of, like I said, I want to sound like a dick because I wish her the best, but at the same time, I wish that we had our expectations higher and in other places.
Can we actually put her name out there? Because, I mean, we've been talking about her for a minute there. Just saying Redbone, just saying her, using pronouns. What is her name?
Her name is... I was just looking at it.
Jessica Simpson.
God damn.
Here we go. Her name is Victoria Mahoney.
Is it Mahoney or Mooney? Mahoney?
I'm pretty sure it's Mahoney.
Okay.
Mahoney. That's Mahoney, right?
Yeah, that sounds like Mahoney.
Yeah.
Okay. Mahoney!
Mahoney?
Yeah. So, don't get me wrong, even though I sound similar like a dick, but I keep saying it again. I wish you the best. I hope that you get big directing films in your future.
Sure. So I think I'm reading this quick article. This looks like this is a first for the Star Wars franchise.
Okay. And the Star Wars franchise is important. It is big time.
So the reason why Ava DuVernay is more into this because she is the first African American woman as part of the Disney family because of A Wrinkle in Time.
Well, they got Shonda. Well, maybe for movies then, because Shonda Rhimes on ABC is part of Disney, and she's owning shit with Scandal and all that other stuff.
Yeah, but this is big budget, big movies, big Star Wars.
Oh, she was in Seinfeld.
She was like the episodes of Seinfeld or directing?
Apparently, yeah, and she was in Legally Blonde.
Okay, good. I mean, she's got some Hollywood credentials. You know, again, more power to her. Second unit director, even on a Star Wars.
Oh,
So-
she did, okay. So she was in. She directed 7 Seconds. So okay, that's probably why she's. So she is.
And she's
a
also
big- yeah.
she's also directed an episode of Queen Sugar.
Okay,
That's
Yeah.
why DuVernay.
I give credit. Then okay, it sounds like Ava found her and put her
Well,
on Shine.
I don't want to say that she found her because she had stuff before.
Okay,
Ava.
all right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good point.
I mean,
That's
they
a good
could.
point.
I mean, they could be
They could-
sorority sisters or
They
something.
could be homegirls. They
Yeah,
could be homegirls.
They
It's-
could
I
be
could be bumping
scissor
uglies.
sisters for all we know.
Oh, she was in a
Give me
short,
scissors.
hold on. She was in a short film by Ava DuVernay in 2003 called. I'm sorry, 2013 called "Say Yes."
Okay,
That's how they know each other. She was. She had a brief cameo.
that's her homegirl.
So
All right.
they've worked together a few times. So yeah, they homies. Maybe even scissor sisters.
And look, I know Ava and Ryan Coogler work very closely together and bounce some ideas for Black Panther off each other, and you know what I mean. And they're cool. So I don't have any problem with people knowing each other, having a good time. You know, I hope she's awesome.
So they're making a point that this article is making a point that most of the people show running the current Star Wars are usually white males, like Rian Johnson, Benioff and Weiss, the two creators from Game of Thrones, and Jon Favreau.
Okay.
So
That I don't know why they even bring this shit up. How many minorities in general are actually huge fans of sci-fi? It's the minority of a minority. So
yeah.
it doesn't surprise me that white male that shit doesn't bother me, but they like to bring that shit up to try to be like, oh, this race is doing blah. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't give a fuck.
Ryan Johnson fucked up.
wait, he gave you Supreme Leader Kylo Ren.
I loved everything with Kylo, but god damn it, I hated purple hair. All right. Let's switch it up. For a non-news, we sure got went deep on it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, since we're talking about Star Wars, you want to go a little bit on your solo?
Yeah, I mean, I just was mentioning. I've seen some trailers now. I'm not getting the excitement, and I'm not hearing a lot of buzz for this Han Solo movie.
Really?
By comparison to almost all other Star Wars films. What are y'all feeling?
I'm starting to hear more buzz recently that it's new and different, and actually could be a really good movie thanks to some reshots. I know that there was a new action trailer release because apparently there's a huge space battle that I didn't watch, but apparently this was hand-picked selection by Ron Howard that they made this little space battle trailer. So this could be a surprise hit. Who knows?
You know what's weird too? I mean, we've talked about this for the last 2 or 3 years. I don't like the spacing of these movies. It feels like
one every year.
Well, this is less than one every. This was only 5-6 months ago that we had
Last Jedi.
You know what I mean? That's
Well, yeah,
weird.
this should be the only Star Wars movie this year.
Yeah, this will be
there's
the only
none
one
in
this
December,
year.
right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
But
And
still,
then-
but there's still that's even shorter of a window though, less than half a year.
Yeah, I mean, but there's one in the books every year because we're supposed to have episode 9 apparently in 2019.
I'm with you on that, but there's a clear difference between once every year and literally 5-6 months ago there was one, and now here's another one versus once every December. You know what I mean? It feels a little cramped.
What's the guy's name that plays fucking Lando? I always forget his goddamn name.
Oh,
Billy
Childish
D.
Gambino.
Billy D. Williams?
Yeah,
or Donald Glover?
Thank you.
Okay,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. I always think Childish Gambino, but yeah,
that's
Donald
him.
Glover. I know it's him. But I always forget his actual government name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually like the way he looks as Lando.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm
dude,
looking forward
everyone's
to that.
loving them. They're all saying that he has the swagger of Billy D.
All right.
Everyone's loving that. So I'm curious to know about Tandy Newton's character. No one's talking shit. No one's saying nothing about her.
That is interesting.
They're not really saying much about Woody Harrelson's character.
I do love Woody.
So
Woody's
this
awesome.
could be like a Star Wars caper film.
Could be.
We don't.
I will say, if you guys, I'm going to say it again. If you guys do like Donald Glover or Childish Gambino, Atlanta is a fucking good show, and he writes that shit. He does an amazing job on that every fucking week. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I know that the recent trailer that was released showed a glimpse of the Millennium Falcon, and a lot of people are upset about that. They're like, why does it look so different? Blah blah blah. This and that.
Well, we don't even know what year it is.
Well, we don't know what year it is, but then this is like maybe before, because the Millennium Falcon is modified to be able to do like drug smuggling and shit like that. So what we see in the trailer is probably like maybe the original design of the Millennium Falcon before.
Did you just say drug smuggling?
Yeah,
could.
I mean, he could do that.
He's
Wasn't
not
like smuggling
dude,
stuff,
Solo,
or
it's not like
He was
Solo.
smuggling,
Yeah,
but
he's
you-
smuggling.
Man, drugs. There's
Drug
drugs in
smuggling.
space.
Hold on, y'all.
You want that Star Crack?
Star Trek.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I mean,
How do you say Uhura?
It's actually Uhura.
What about your Hura?
My horror.
Yeah, because I guess
damn.
in the Star Wars lore there is this spice that I think they bring up in Rebels. I don't remember, but there is because Billy D reprises his role in Star Wars Rebels a few times. I think he's in
Alright.
4 episodes, and he's smuggling some stuff that's like illegal in Imperial space. So
Could be space porn. That's what it could be.
Could be.
You never
Could-
fucking know.
could be lopped off footed dick. You never know.
Thick ones. Thick ones. Did y'all see Beyonce at Coachella last week?
I didn't go to
Nah,
Coachella,
fam.
so-
Well, I mean, like the recording of it or
I
anything.
heard,
Nah,
it was pretty
fam.
dope, but I didn't see it.
I couldn't avoid seeing it. It was all over the interweb.
Well, you can avoid. Yeah, it's easy to avoid. You just don't click on it. What's wrong with you?
It was all. It kept coming up my face all
that,
over.
that was the food, bro. That wasn't Beyonce.
Thick horse nut. Yeah, no, I mean, I famously wasn't much of a fan of hers early on in her career. A lot of people were saying after this one, she took over Coachella, and a lot of people were saying that she's, from an entertainer's standpoint, one of the greats of all time, you know, especially for this era.
I tell you, I mean, I'm on the same boat as you, man. I mean, I wasn't really a big fan of her until like Lemonade, that whole like video thing. I was like, God damn, that shit was dope as fuck.
Impressive.
I couldn't deny.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope. I mean, I thought she was pretty before. I mean, I thought she was a decent singer, but I wasn't like on her fucking ovaries and shit. you
Yeah.
know? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, she's a great entertainer.
Watch this one. I think she puts on. I mean, I haven't seen all
I
of her
heard she
shows.
changed her fucking nail polish.
Yeah.
God damn.
She put a lot of effort in. They had Destiny's Child up in there. They had Jay-Z on stage briefly. There's like 50-11 goddamn dancers and shit. And the other thing is, Coachella is something where there's huge headliners all over the motherfucking place.
Yeah, like Walmart kid.
No, but
Was she actually there?
Yeah, the Walmart kid, the yellow Walmart
Yeah.
kid was there. I
God
think
damn
I can't remember who brought him on.
I'm
but
thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of Cash Me Outside Girl.
no.
When
She
was
does
trying
have
to Walmart.
she does have an album out.
God
So-
damn
Well,
it.
she's up for a Billboard award.
Who's to do?
Fucking shit.
See,
Oh,
this
her state, her what? Her
For her
MC
rap
name
career.
is Bad Baby.
Yeah,
Oh
she
my
is up
God.
for a Billboard award.
You know what's fucked up? Like I want to like talk shit about her, but she's probably making more money than I am. So actually, she is.
Yeah.
she is.
She's making bank. She's making bank.
Well, I know some people out there are saying that Beyonce is probably better than MJ as far as a performer.
Nope.
They're the claims are being. I've heard the claims.
I think they are young people and they're
Yeah.
fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like, even with MJ probably touching kids,
Yeah.
he was still a great entertainer.
Yeah.
he was
You know
a great
what I mean?
entertainer.
I will not extend the same compliment to R. Kelly.
Oh.
Fuck that guy because for sure he peed on children.
Yeah.
And for sure he fucked children. Why the fuck isn't this guy in jail?
I don't know.
I can understand why fucking OJ's not in jail. He had a great lawyer. He's got money. You know what I mean? He went to jail eventually.
He did?
R. Kelly is on tape. He fucking peed on a minor and he fucked minors. And this motherfucker is not in jail and he's still celebrated by certain motherfuckers for some odd reason.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude.
He's in the news again. Apparently, knowingly giving STDs to young teenage girls.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Fuck R. Kelly.
Fuck him.
How the hell do you afford Beyonce to-
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we made that
Oh,
switch.
you know what's funny? Is that
But there
I
ain't nothing wrong.
I
with
injected
the
that all fucked up in this fucking conversation, but there's a friend of mine who listens to. He started from the beginning, listening to our podcast. I think it's on like episode 45 now.
Holy
and he's
shit.
like, oh my god, he's like, you went off of fucking R. Kelly, and he's like, check out this video. And this other dude, I forget the rapper's name, but it was at Coachella,
Oh yes.
and it was during the interview. What's the
Yeah.
guy's name?
I don't know his fucking name, of course. Yeah,
But it was like apparently it was this girl's first time giving an interview to somebody.
Yep.
And he just all of a sudden went off on R. Kelly about how he's a piece of shit.
Yep.
And he's like, this is how you feel, right? I was like, I had not seen it until that day. And I was like, yeah, that's how I feel.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, one way you can tell that Beyonce isn't on Michael Jackson level is because Michael Jackson had the concert where this dude pops up from the floor and he stands there for fucking 15 minutes and probably about 300 people fucking passed out and had to be taken off the fucking stage and he just stood there. Next thing he did, he took off his sunglasses. Another 300 people passed out.
Yeah, that's true.
Beyonce is definitely not on that
Jesus.
level. Yeah.
This is true. These are facts. This is the same. If you ever watched Chris Tucker, who became close friends with him towards before the end, he talks about how Michael Jackson wanted to go to the mall. He's like, no, we'd be able to go to the mall and get something real quick and be in and out. And Chris Tucker's like, that's not going to happen because you do realize you're Michael Jackson. No, it'll be quick. He says the moment one person saw him, like the entire mall descended on them.
Of course.
So
Yeah, so hold on. The only thing that happens when Beyonce comes on stage is my pants get a little shorter.
another thing, has Beyonce performed in China yet?
I don't know where she has or has not performed. I don't follow her like that. I will say the performance was extremely impressive. I had people asking me all kinds of shit about like, what did this mean and who were these dancers and all this
You're
other
the black
stuff.
guy?
Yeah, exactly. I was the resident black guy answering questions for all kind of white folks.
Yeah. Oh, explain your culture to me.
But yeah, exactly. And literally, there was some shit like, cause she had some HBCU shit in there with some Greek stepping and fraternity sororities, some Egyptian god shit, all kinds of interesting stuff on there. And I was like, oh, okay, I get that. That's from Michael Jackson. Remember the Time? Okay,
So she hasn't performed in China then because Michael Jackson has.
Well, you saying she has? I'm not saying she has or has not. I'm not saying
I'm asking
she
you. I
wants.
thought you was.
I ain't in the beehive. I'm just saying she. I'm
Careful
saying
what you say.
I'm saying.
Yeah, Beehive will come for you.
They came for Stephen Amell. Did you see
Yeah,
that shit?
I saw that.
I read the whole fucking thread.
I don't get it
follow
because
that girl.
he put on here that he's Walmart Batman, and like everyone jumped on over Stephen. I didn't see the beginning. What he said something off the cuff, and everyone
something off the
came
cuff
at him
about Beyonce and her name being ghetto was all I got, and then it was nothing but
Did he?
all kinds of shade came at him.
I don't think that's how it started, is it?
It's my recollection because it was a long ass email thread.
Ooh, boy,
or
'cause they
Twitter thread.
came at him.
Yeah.
Stephen Amell was getting.
They
were stinging him.
Black Twitter came out.
You mean the Beehive came
Yeah,
out?
the Beehive, synonymous, whatever the
Kind
fuck.
of speaking on Coachella, how you say it?
Coachella.
Coochie hella.
There's
It's
there's
like
no
cockroach
horses
something?
there.
Coachella.
No, there's not cockroach.
But Carly B also performed, and I guess people, I don't know, people are fucking dumb. They're saying because Carly B performed pregnant, and people were saying that Beyonce last year she was supposed to perform at Coachella, but she didn't do it because she was fucking pregnant.
Yeah, but twins.
It was twins, yeah. And people were like, "Oh, Carly B, she's more of a entertainer because she went up there and performed pregnant and shit."
No, take care of your goddamn kids. If you feel okay to go on stage with you while being pregnant, go ahead. If you don't, you shouldn't knock somebody for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
Well, the other thing is, again, Beyonce, say what you will about her from an entertainment or music standpoint. If you're pregnant with twins, that's your priority right there. I mean, what the fuck?
And Cardi B isn't like, she's not out there dancing and like,
No.
Beyonce puts on a fucking show.
Yeah.
Cardi B is like out there rapping. Don't get me wrong, what she does is still difficult even while pregnant. But she's not doing what Beyonce's doing. She doesn't have a fucking squad behind her dancing as far as I know.
Yeah.
So, get the fuck out of here.
But definitely, I say watch the 30-minute special on that. And let's stick with music just a little bit.
Actually, hold on.
Good.
Because we're talking about Cardi B, I'm actually kind of a Cardi B fan right now.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't a huge fan of hers before until I heard her talk about taxes. And I'm like, thank you. Now you fucking get it. This is how we have Republicans. All right, because she was complaining about how she's getting taxed 40%. I'm getting taxed a little more than that. It's fucking bullshit. All right? It is total bullshit. She's like, where's my money? Give me my fucking money. She's like totally angry about that. And it's like, yeah, that's why people become Republicans. That's literally why, because they want to keep their fucking money.
Well, some people have other reasons.
Yeah, but like a lot of people are like, when you grow up like poor and you come up and like, wait a minute, how much of my money is going to where? And I got potholes where? And all you see all this shit's all fucked up and you're paying all this money and it's like, what the fuck? Where's my money going? So she had a good point, but shit ain't gonna change until there's like a revolution. To be honest with you.
You need to listen to her recent album. You might just be like, well, yeah, she kind of sucks again.
God, yeah, I thought you liked the recent album.
I liked like one track, and every track after that was just fucking garbage. It was
Oh, wow.
bad.
Okay. I haven't heard it yet.
It's not. It's not my. I feel like I'm getting old by saying that it's just not my music.
Well, that's what yeah.
But I've never really been much into rap, but yeah.
That's fine. I gotcha.
Getting back to the Stephen Amell thing, so his actual tweet says, heading to Coachella, when Beyonce gets on stage, I'll be watching the Andre the Giant documentary at home because I left 20 minutes before she comes on.
Damn.
That's what stirred.
That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah,
that's a good joke.
He said he was joking. The
That's a good
Beehive
joke.
did not think that was funny.
Then I'm on Green Arrow's side. That's a pretty funny joke. I would have.
I wonder how that documentary
came
was.
for him.
All right.
Are you gonna say more about music?
Yeah, I was gonna say sticking with music really quickly though. I thought this was actually
Ooh,
interesting news. What
damn.
the fuck?
I'm just reading this fucked up ass tweet about you.
Yeah,
I gotta read this one.
Go ahead.
This is Stephen Amell coming for Beyonce is funny because she's a triple threat and he has yet to master acting, the one job he has.
God damn.
Damn.
That's cold blooded, cold shit.
I guess I want to say exactly who the hell you're talking about. You keep saying Stephen Amell.
Green
but
Arrow.
who is
Green
it?
Arrow.
Okay.
Green Arrow. Yeah, the actor. Kendrick Lamar won a fucking Pulitzer for music. I had no fucking idea that they gave out Pulitzer prizes for music until
I didn't
this
think
week.
so either. Yeah, I was like, is he a journalist?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's what I thought too.
Isn't
like,
it pronounced Pulitzer?
Pulitzer.
If you're a douche, I'm just kidding.
So bad.
Wait, didn't they make fun of that in fucking Robot Chicken?
Probably.
Oh no, it was Mike Tyson Mystery. They made fun of that shit. Is it a Pulitzer or a Pulitzer?
Pulitzer. Whatever the fuck the award is, it is prestigious, and this is the first time for a hip hop rap artist ever to get it. I didn't know it was for music. I guess they usually give it to jazz and classical.
Yeah.
Isn't that music?
Well, yeah, but I mean, just,
I mean,
Wait, I
goddamn.
thought he was giving it because he co-wrote a book.
no, this
not
is for the album Damn.
Really?
That's why he got it for. You know? Anyway, I just thought that was impressive, especially, he's super popular, from Compton, doing his thing, one of the biggest musicians out of this era, these last few years.
Dude, its
There
album is just
is
straight
an
fire.
actual music one. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. In 2016, it was Jesus Christ. In for a Penny, In for a Pound by Henry Threadgill.
Yeah.
Nobody heard of that shit until just now.
None.
Isn't that what Same Church said in
Wow, I'm
in
not...
Punisher? Was it like 1 pence, 2 pence?
1 penny, 2 penny.
Was that like the song he was singing?
Yeah, that's a... kind of. Damn.
Frank Castle.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
But honestly, all of his music is fucking dope. I mean, even this one before that, what was it? A Pimp to a Butterfly.
Pimp a Butterfly, yep.
Yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly. I always say that shit wrong. Sorry. It was excellent, and Damn was great because like the song Fear alone deserves like multiple awards.
There you go.
Because I think if you didn't grow up in a certain kind of black family, my kind of black family, and if you growing up with abuse, I've never heard of any other song or anything like that even possibly address even a portion of that fucking issue the way that he did it. And I thought it was great. Living in Fear is the way a lot of us grew up. So
Yeah.
This is my last plug on it. 2 episodes ago, they do on Atlanta an episode all about that subject, and I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
It was called the Teddy Pendergrass or Teddy Penders
I think I heard about it. Yeah.
episode, and it touches on Michael Jackson in a lot of ways and a lot of father abuse to kids in the black community. It was interesting.
It's like a real hush hush shit. I think, especially external to the black community, because like within the black community, like we all understand that hey, you get fucked up, that's what happens. You know what I mean? But I think externally, like if y'all actually knew what the fuck went on, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yep.
So
Yeah. So yeah.
I think a lot of that is like it's passed down slave mentality to me.
Absolutely.
Like it really is, and it's pretty fucked up.
Absolutely, yeah, man. We've gone all kind of good places today. You getting in depth. Oh, you know what? We got to do this one.
Oh yeah.
Whom should do? Is this what I think it is?
It's got to be.
Should we,
Yeah.
should we cover this by our sponsors by any chance or?
No,
So
I
you
don't
guys
think.
you guys got to write stuff down and like
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
it'd be
Yeah.
like
This is not a
way
s-
fucking smooth.
You know
It's
what
not
we
a
need?
subtle transition.
We need to have a
It's not.
sign.
We
Be
will-
like up next.
We'll do it after this because what we're gonna talk about now it's probably not sponsored.
Yeah. So there was a
Ad speed is brought to you by.
there was an actor who I, in general, love in terms of a lot of his roles in comedy and a lot of things that he stands for and stuff. But his name, obviously, Terry Crews. We all know him. Old Spice commercials, Everybody Hates Chris, Friday movies, all that kind of stuff. He had a speech, and there was an article written about this, all about toxic masculinity. And in it, he had some words, something to the effect of, basically, men don't view women as human, in his
full
opinion.
Humans,
Yeah, as full humans. And I just thought this guy was so off. Now, he was also talking in his speech about the sexual misconduct in Hollywood with that one guy touching him, in front of his wife that we've all heard about, with his kind of being part of Me Too and all of that. But he tagged this on along, and I want to get your guys' take because I got some views on this. Jump on in.
Yeah, I can't stand when women do this, and when men do this, it makes me even more sick that they try to pin some shit on all dudes. All right, so they don't, like, he's trying to say basically all men do this. That's the way I took it.
Yep.
And I find it utterly disgusting because I don't view women at all at any point in life as less than human. And it bothers me that when there's these people that have dark shit within them, try to, I guess, project that onto an entire group of people. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, no, that's not the case for all men. Maybe you might have a problem, but I don't have a problem with that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't view women as less than human. I don't have a problem with masculinity. Masculinity is fine. I don't call it toxic. It's not a fucking cult because I'm a man. Like, it's not a cult because I don't believe that every man is the same as me. Obviously, I got a problem with what the fuck you just said. So, yeah, I just don't get it. I think a lot of people, they're just projecting shit to make it seem like they're normal. But look, man, you're not. If you ever saw a woman as less than human, you're part of the fucking problem, man. I think you need to, first of all, realize that, and then second of all, address that.
Can I give one example that he provided in this speech or whatever? He was talking about being at the strip club because he used to play football with a whole bunch of football players. And when the strippers started talking about like their real lives, you know what I mean? Like having kids, going to school, just, paying bills, whatever kind of shit. They were like, "Oh, stop that! Don't do that shit." And I'm like, first of all, strippers have exciting lives. I love hearing about strippers, adult entertainers. If you haven't sat down and listened to some good stuff from some strippers and adult entertainers, you are missing out on fucking life.
Yeah, like when we were in Vegas last time, like some stripper told about her story, and I was like, it was awesome.
Busted out some cocaine too.
Yeah. I was just like, it's like I didn't think of her as that. People lead their lives, and lives are interesting. And if you think that you're seeing them as just like some sort of sex object, don't be wrong. You can lust after somebody. Sure. That happens. Mm-hmm. That happens to everybody.
It's natural.
But I don't think of them as like less than human. No. Like they have human needs. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, man?
I want you to shit on the floor. I mean, that's come on. Sorry, but Blue, Old Ninja, y'all got any takes on this?
Well, no, definitely. Chrono's touched on it on a lot of different areas, but just throwing a bunch of guys under one umbrella isn't right. Like I've had female friends who've been hurt by guys, and they assume that all guys are that way, but it's like that's not true. Like, not all guys are out there to take advantage of women and all this other different things. Like, we're all different. Like, you can't just put us underneath the same umbrella. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not what he meant, like, fully. I would love to have, like, a longer conversation, even though it probably would never happen. A longer conversation with him about that. Because I know that he, in the past, has had, like, porn addiction.
Sure.
And that might tie into that as well.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah. Apparently.
Looking around guilty?
Yeah. But,
shifty eyes.
I mean, he's admitted it, right?
Sure.
And, I mean, and that's fine. I mean, he admitted it. Sure. He went to go correct it. But I would love to hear him just talk to him, like break down like what he meant. Maybe he didn't mean like all men or something like that. Because it just bothers me because I see like a lot of people in society today, they're just so quick to pin some shit on all men, like the toxic masculinity bullshit. Because it's fucking bullshit. Because not all men are like that.
Yeah, I'm all in favor of talking trash about the people who do have violent tendencies, do fucked up shit, who don't know how to fucking act. Male, female doesn't matter. Blue, purple doesn't matter.
Don't get me in that shit. What?
But yeah, but I cringe every time I hear the term because I'm also like, well, there's nothing about being male and having a dick and balls or whatever the fuck that causes you to automatically want to rape or murder or be violent or be a dick to people. I mean, it has nothing to do with masculinity, that behavior. So the term seems nonsensical to me. I've gotten into it with a whole lot of people because everybody wants to use the term, and I'm like, but the term doesn't make any sense because that's not part of masculinity.
No.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, is that they say it's toxic, but look, these toxic parts that you're talking about is what basically saved humanity. Like, you can't say it's toxic when that's how we survived. You know what I mean? Like, you needed aggressive males to survive through, like, tough times. Like, I understand today it's a little different because we have, like, all society protects weak-ass people.
Sure.
But before we had society like this, what protected weak-ass people?
Yeah.
Super alpha males.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? They're gonna be fucking assholes. That's just gonna happen. And today, because we have these weak bitch ass people that no longer see the value in an alpha male, that's a problem. Don't get me wrong. There are some parts of masculinity that are assholes.
Sure.
But I don't really tie it to masculinity. I tie it to people being assholes.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean? It's like, look, there's a toxic. I don't want to say toxic. There's bad parts about females that nobody talks about. Like, a lot of females, or some females. I'm not gonna say all. Not even saying most. There's some females that are gold diggers. But I'm not going to say that's toxic femininity, even though it's mostly females that it happens to. You know what I mean? I recognize that those females are assholes.
Yes.
And those are the chicks that hang out with R. Kelly.
Oh, god damn. Well, those are minors, goddamn it. Let's leave them alone.
The parents will let them hang out.
parents.
Fuck them parents,
Yeah.
though. Fuck them parents. Fuck them parents. God damn it.
So
You got
Or the
any,
ones that want to hang out with Chris Brown.
you got anything on here?
I have a couple questions.
What
So
you got?
was this some kind of essay, or is this like
I
an
think
interview?
this was a speech
So
as
this is-
part of like a larger Me Too conference of some sort, I believe.
So was this a Q&A? Did someone ask him about like the Hollywood industry, and then
I think so, yes.
So this could have been a response to like Hollywood executives not viewing women.
Well, but he gave
as-
examples in his personal life. He was quoted as saying some stuff that seemed to indicate he was talking about, again, all males or just males in general, which, again, I have a problem with. But I'd love for him to expound upon that more and clarify if that's not what he truly meant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
'Cause I'm wondering about the context of the situation. So
Well, yeah, that's why I would love to, like, even though I know it's going to happen, but I'd love to, like, talk to him about it. Like, just have a normal conversation. Like, hey, man, what did you mean? You realize that not all men think like that, you know? Like,
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, because I know most grown men that want to protect their family. You know, that seems pretty goddamn male to me, or masculine or whatever to me. I don't know. You know what? Terry Crews, come on here and defend yourself.
Yeah. Anybody out there listening right now, if you know Terry Crews,
Well, we can reach out to the PR for him. I doubt they would respond because it'd be
I'll reach out.
controversial.
I'll
but,
reach
yeah.
out. I don't give a goddamn.
But we can talk about other shit too.
But it won't be like a hit piece. I want to have like an honest to God conversation.
Yes.
No, I don't believe in God, but it's all good. Honest conversation with him to be like, hey man, what did you mean? And just like break it down. Because I think that him in a sound clip, it's easy to just like dissect it like that, right?
Sure.
But I think if you had like a longer conversation and talked about it,
Plus,
might be a
someone
little
to
different.
question, like, to bump questions back and forth with him instead of him just going off on one long spiel.
And you know, we've all said some dumb shit to get pussy. You know what I mean? I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah, and we've said dumb shit on the podcast before. You know what I mean?
I told a girl I loved her.
Damn it! Holy shit!
Even though all I meant to say was I just want to fuck you.
Yes.
I told him my pull-out game was strong.
Maybe that's what he meant.
Here's that.
But-
Here's that
That's what I
carpet.
meant.
Here's that carpet girl. All right, sorry. This next segment.
Oh, yeah. So this next portion of the podcast is brought to you by Loot Crate. Loot Crate is an awesome service where it's a mystery box service where every month they send to you a box full of nerdy goodness. It's basically Comic-Con in a box. You get a T-shirt, some sort of... actually, we have a bunch of little stuff around here. Blue is holding up a box of the actual Loot Crate in the back right now if you're watching the actual video. I'm holding up what's inside. This is a little figurine of the Rocinante from The Expanse, which just came back last week.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, last week. And they also have other little things in there, like sometimes they have comic books, other little knickknacks. They also have different tiers of service. They have Loot DX, which is their kind of like their premium service where they give to you more stuff and higher quality stuff. If you want to just get like a T-shirt and like some other kind of wearable, they have loot wear, which is great because their T-shirts alone are worth the service for me because I like getting a nice T-shirt every month.
Yep, yep.
And
Good quality ones.
yeah, they're all good T-shirts. None of them that I've had are low quality, so it's been great. They also have Loot Pets. If you have a pet, you can get stuff for your pets through this service. They have Loot Anime, Scenario. They have theme crates like God of War, Fallout, Halo, stuff like that. And every month, if you have the service, they put everybody into what's called the Mega Crate. And so that's like big box items. It's drawing, random drawing. We can win a TV, console, stuff like that. High quality stuff, like high end stuff. So it's a pretty dope service. We've been getting it for a while. If you go to trylootcrate.com/BTI with the promo code of Bridge10, you will save yourself 10% on any new subscription. Once again, that is trylootcrate.com/BTI with the promo code of Bridge10 to save yourself 10% on any new subscription. And now on with the show.
Biggest news right now is we are a day and a half, 2 days away from God of War.
Ooh, I can't
yes.
wait. This game might pull me back into gaming, man.
There you go.
So it's been a while since I just recently dusted off my PS4. I had to charge my controller because it wasn't charged whatsoever. And yeah, I'm super excited about God of War.
Yeah, reviews, at least from the gaming critics world, have been absolutely outstanding. Users haven't weighed in yet because it hasn't dropped yet, but we shall see. We're eagerly anticipating this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I think some of the early reviews are giving it 10s already.
It's got a whole bunch of 10s.
A lot of them.
Yeah, like a lot of the game sites are giving it a 10 out of 10.
They're saying the highlights are the father and son dynamic. The graphics are amazing. So the graphics actually look better in the game than it did in the fucking preview at E3.
Wow.
And I've seen the comparison. This is like fucking night and day.
God damn.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Damn, that's crazy.
There's no cutscenes at all. It's all one shot.
It's an Anita video.
yeah, basically, yeah. It's all one shot. So yeah, there's never. It all just plays through.
Nice.
Smooth,
I can't
which
wait.
is really cool. There's a couple other things too. Oh, they changed the combat system. It's cool that it's in Norse mythology. I actually had to stop watching videos on it because I was like,
no spoilers.
I need to watch. I need to just fucking play the game. So I pre-ordered it. I'll get it tomorrow night. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna walk in and be like, "Give me my shit."
There you go.
No, you're not.
Nah.
Wait, you didn't pre-order?
No, I didn't pre-order.
Well,
But I go to one where like nobody fucking goes to.
okay.
So.
All right. I mean,
Because every time they do pre-orders, there's no fucking line. I get there and nobody's fucking there. So
Well, the GameStop near me, I pre-ordered Horizon Zero Dawn from there, and like they didn't tell me that they were doing a midnight release. I just assumed that they were, so I went there at midnight, and motherfucking place was closed.
yeah, well.
And if they did it at 9 o'clock, like they didn't tell me they were doing it at 9 o'clock.
It's probably
So,
9 o'clock, bro.
Yeah,
They do it
it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'll get it at 9 o'clock on Thursday.
but the problem is they didn't tell me that.
Yeah, that's all bad. I will say this: back in the 2000s, those were fun. Some of those midnight releases were just badass, and I feel sad because I don't think because of the digital era and the way things are set up, you just don't see those really happening as much.
I don't mind now because I'm getting older.
Yeah,
So the 9 p.m. releases are fucking fine with me. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna have to game.
Yeah.
And so what that means today is that if I want to play a new game, I'm gonna get the game at midnight. If it's a midnight release,
yeah.
I'm gonna get the game at midnight. I've probably been drinking. Then I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna try to play it. And it's got a fucking update.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna get fucking angry in the middle of the night. And then I can only get like 2-3 hours maybe in.
Yeah, maybe.
If I'm lucky.
Yeah, if it's not a work day the next day.
Yeah, or now I got a toddler, so there's no way I'm going to stay up that late playing a fucking game at this point in time.
Actually, this is great that it comes out on a Friday because you have all fucking weekend to play. Because normally the games came out on like Tuesdays, so
they've mixed that up a little bit. So
and they get on 420.
And Nintendo Labo comes out the same day, and Super
really?
Troopers 2.
Okay. Wait, Super Troopers.
yeah, it comes out 420.
Yeah, what
movies.
the fuck are you?
Oh, I didn't know.
Dude.
Yeah.
I got the dates
talking
wrong.
about it.
Yeah, Super Troopers 2 comes out that day. But yeah, Nintendo Labo, I got the robot fucking one.
You're gonna do it, huh?
Pre-ordered it. Yeah.
All right.
Don't judge me. The Switch did great. What'd I say?
I mean, the cardboard part just looks.
Looks fun as fuck. What is wrong with you?
It looked a little
Did
suspect to me.
did y'all
Get
see
it for
the-
your kids.
Yeah, did you see the article that in Japan they're more excited about the Nintendo Labo than they are about God of War 4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, Japan always has their own unique stuff. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it is.
There's also, it seems like a lot of stuff's coming out because Monster Hunter is updating with a new event and a new monster and a new area
They do that
today.
every week. But they do that every week.
No, they usually give you like a lot more time, but they're dropping even more content. Like they just dropped their spring event, then they dropped the Mega Man like suit for your Palico for the cat that you get.
That's not every
and
week.
now, well, no, it was like 3 or 4 weeks later because they gave you time to do the spring thing. Then they added like 2 weeks for the Mega Man, and then a week after 2 weeks after the Mega Man, now there's this new area, new monster, new armor, new weapons. So, and they're planning more stuff. And Dante's next, so you can be Dante, and that'll be in May. But I don't remember the date.
Man, fuck that game. I honestly wonder if this whole 420 thing this year, because there's like a bunch of shit coming out on 420. I really wonder if it's just like the proliferation of like cannabis culture.
There you go. Yeah.
Like honestly,
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
they're
There's a
releasing like 3 huge things in the same fucking day.
lot. Super Troopers is going to be in theaters, all right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, there's a poster for it at the one of the local theaters.
Just making sure because I hadn't seen too many like ads for it or whatever. Maybe
You know what's crazy?
what?
Speaking of the same cannabis thing, is that you can get cannabis delivered here in California now. Pretty much anybody can.
Oh,
Make
wow.
sure we're 21.
Yeah.
Did you see
That's
this
weird as
billboard?
fuck.
There's a billboard.
There's a whole
for the
bunch of
delivery.
few of
I
them
was
now.
like, what
Yeah.
the
Can,
fuck?
can they advertise on TV like commercials?
I don't know,
I
but
don't
they're
know.
advertising on the freeway.
They advertise alcohol, so I don't see why not.
There you go.
But yeah, so when my oldest was here, she was like, "Why are all these like weed things like marijuana?" I'm like, "It's legal here."
There you go.
So yeah,
They do, and when I was in Colorado, obviously they had them there. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure they have them in Washington State. Real quick, the other big one for gaming that I just saw yesterday or earlier today. So Call of Duty Black Ops 4, one of their sub franchises, is really really good. They are not going to have a single player campaign.
I heard it's going to be a battle royale.
That's
Yeah.
what the rumor mill is saying. I
Yeah,
don't know
but-
if they've confirmed that part quite yet.
So apparently all of this is rumor because apparently Ravensoft, even though Treyarch is the main developer, Ravensoft Software, which is a great studio house, is working on, rumored to be working on the battle royale aspect for Call of Duty or the.
I would be
Like in Black Ops
very
4.
interested to see how a major studio like them would respond and what they would put in, you know, for something like that. Because
So-
Fortnite only has one map.
Yes,
know,
but I mean it's a big ass fucking map.
True.
So I mean I find this funny when people were talking shit about Titanfall not having a single player campaign, and all of a sudden Call of Duty does it. I guess it's okay.
Oh, no, it's not okay for me. Like honestly, if
fucking
it's
retarded.
no, if first of all, if it's $60, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna be multiplayer only.
Yeah, don't. It better not be
yeah.
$60. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense.
Oh, you know Activision's gonna want $60 plus season pass.
No, they can eat a bag of dicks, and I hope they get low sales. I hope you got a business, and you all fucking die.
Activision ain't gonna.
You learn
Maybe not,
from
maybe not
Fortnite.
die. Maybe not go out of business, but you can go fuck yourself.
You issuing fatwas.
Yeah.
Infinite's going to run through.
Dang.
We ain't Beyonce. We don't have. Since we just touching on games a little bit, I just want to over the weekend I hooked back up my VR and I decided to log into the Oasis.
There you
Nice,
go.
from Ready Player
And
One.
yeah, it's there's a beta version of it available on the Vive.
Wait, a cuck version.
What the fuck?
Beta. But yeah, so far it's it's a little unpolished, but it's still pretty fun to do. But basically what the game is, it's basically a portal that allows you to play 3 different other games. So you get to play what's it called? You get to play Gauntlet. The other one is Battle for the Oasis, and then the third one is it's something I can't think of what it's called. But anyways, it's pretty fun so far. Like when you first play the game, you start off in Wade's van, and then you put on. So it's almost Inception because you put on another pair of headset.
A dream in a dream.
Yeah, basically, and then you end up being inside the Oasis, and you're inside like your own like studio apartment, which is kind of cool. It'd be cool. What?
When did the footage jump out?
Oh, they're not in there, man.
Okay.
They're not in there unless they're skeletons, because there's a lot of skeletons in Gauntlet. But
Rise of the Gunters.
Rise
And
of the
then
Gunters, that's
There's
what it
4
is.
out now because Smash just came out.
okay, that's fucking dope. But it's really cool because like they take a lot of the elements from the book and mainly it's from the movie. But what's really cool is that when you're playing the game like Gauntlet, your heads-up display is fucking dope, dude. It looks like you're in a virtual world just because like it has like how much health you have left. Like it's all like visible in front of you, but it's like so slight that it doesn't take you out of the game, which is kind of cool. So
Okay.
and another cool thing is that in Gauntlet, when you kill like an enemy, like you get coins, but to be able to collect the coins, you basically flip your wrist upside down, and the coins come to you. So almost like you're absorbing them, which is pulled from the movie. It's kind of fucking dope. But Gauntlet is really fun. It's kind of scary because it takes place in like a dark area, and there's like fucking skeletons coming out of nowhere to attack you. And I still haven't got down the gameplay of it yet because you can teleport around. Like you can't physically move around just because I don't have like a treadmill or whatever. Infinite deck. But yeah, that was fun. The battle for what was it?
The Gunters.
The Gunter thing. Yeah, that's kind of cool because you're fighting against IOI guys and they're kind of coming up out of nowhere. And it's almost like Space Pirate Trainer a little bit, but it's more with people.
Friends.
Yeah, you can play with multiple people, which is kind of cool too. So it's actually dope. So if you have a Vive, definitely try it out now. It's free for the beta. Who knows how much it will cost?
It's actually different studios for each game, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah, because you don't need to have the Oasis to play these games. You actually can download them individually, which is kind of cool. And what's also cool is that so the way the Oasis work in the book is that it's almost like a Rubik's Cube, and every part of the Rubik's Cube has like a galaxy in there. So they haven't expanded on the Rubik's Cube, but like there's one Rubik's Cube, you look into there, and then you have all these like different stars, coordinates that connect to each other, and you pretty much select what galaxy you want to go to, and then a portal opens up and you teleport there.
That's
which
cool.
is kind of fucking cool. So the way they're doing it is actually pretty cool. It's kind of what I would imagine the Oasis to be, but I mean it's just simple version. It's not like full blown like crazy sci-fi version of the Oasis. Like there's no way you're gonna go to a strip club and feel like you're having a stripper shake her titties in your face.
Don't think I'm letting you off the motherfucking hook, Blue. You have not played Telltale Batman, you motherfucker.
You know what?
Leaving me high and dry. I'm the Batman fan on this podcast. I'm taking the throne. Batman. I am Bruce Wayne, goddammit.
I went to play it.
What had happened was,
but I had to download all the episodes, and they were taking like 20 minutes to download. So I was like, I'm gonna try doing other shit while this happened, and I got stuck in a week.
Hold him accountable.
I'm gonna start doing not Batman shit while it's downloading. What the fuck? You could have been sharpening batarangs and shit, but nah, you playing the Oasis, bro.
I could have.
You let Gotham down, motherfucker.
Next, well, we got what's things come out this Saturday or Friday? God of War. So
yeah. Then next week is Infinity War too.
Damn.
Did y'all watch The Expanse?
I did. I did not watch last week. I want to get into it. Let's do it next week. Let's do it next week.
Right.
I didn't even watch Legion either from this week. So
I'm watching episode 3 right now.
Yeah, that's the one from this week. Yeah.
Well, no, this week is
for Legion.
It already came out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
About today, right? Or yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it comes on Wednesdays, don't it?
Well, Expanse Wednesdays.
Okay, yeah.
And Legion Tuesdays.
Can we talk about something real quick that's actually not on the list?
What you got?
So y'all noticed that there's a movie that did not come out this month that was highly advertised in the fall, which was New Mutants.
Oh, I think I got pushed back then.
It did get pushed back until 2019, I believe.
Holy shit!
God damn, that movie's fucked.
Yeah, apparently they're doing a bunch of reshots to change the tone of the movie or some shit.
They were like, we're going to take a page out of DC's book, even though we know they fucked up on every single goddamn movie. It's all good, in recent memory anyway.
Wasn't New Mutants supposed to be like a horror movie too?
Yeah, it looked like a horror X-Men thing.
It looked interesting.
Mm-hmm. Did not come out this month.
Well, it could have to do, the rumor mill is going, that Disney's acquisition of Fox has something to do with that pushback.
Possibly. But
which you did call.
Yes,
give you credit.
I did call. And apparently their acquisition won't fully be realized for at least another year, maybe 2.
Well, they have to get governmental thumbs up.
Well, but they also have to divide up assets pretty much. Mm-hmm. So
they have to fire people.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they mean. We have 2 second directors. We got to fire one of these motherfuckers. Second unit directors.
We ain't doing third unit directors. Goddamn it!
And then also apparently the other X-Men movie, the Dark Phoenix movie, got pushed back.
Good. Well. Fuck J Law.
Love me some J Law.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck her and her blue pussy.
Yeah. Damn.
Put on the goddamn makeup.
Are you guys all caught up on the DC shows?
Yes. Oh no, I need to watch Black Lightning because that ended up. And I didn't watch Supergirl.
Let's save it for Stitch's return.
Well, I just wanted to know what you guys think about the season so far. For the episodes they have aired that you watched.
Well,
I'm like way behind.
No comment.
I will say this: I'm really liking Arrow because I think they're still on top. Legends of Tomorrow was still hilariously funny. Black Lightning was a nice surprise. It's a little a little more serious than I anticipated, but I liked it. And then The Flash, I'm not too impressed this season.
Yeah,
It's just kind of
on the Flash part. And then Supergirl just came back too.
Supergirl just came back, so we'll see how that goes.
Did we have any B and B's? Are you looking?
I'm looking.
Did you want to talk about this, or you want to save it for next week about Infinity War?
Yeah, let's save our speculation because we have one more week before it,
Nope.
before it drops, and that's all right if we didn't have any.
I actually have a question for you guys. Were you able to find one?
No, there's
Negative.
So, over the weekend, this topic came up, and I can't remember what we were talking about, but basically it was talking about that a man can't get raped by a female. Like, he has to find some kind of enjoyment in it to get aroused.
That's like that. You can say same about a woman. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that is a negative.
I don't control my dick very well, man. I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of like boners happen, like you know what I mean.
Yes, so a woman can rape a man, not necessarily using the penis. They could also insert into the anus with foreign objects or with a strap on or whatnot.
But this is mainly like, if a man
Pegging.
get aroused, then he's into it, basically.
Well,
is what the conversation went
we've
into.
talked about this on the case. There was a case like a while ago where women shoved Viagra into like made this guy ingest it. So once he got hard, he just.
I've been hard and not happy most of my life.
Yeah, that is a meme right there. Oh my fucking grill.
I brought that in the conversation. It's like a guy can't always control him getting hard, especially if he's young, because the wind could blow one different direction. All of a sudden, you just strung like bull.
But you can, as a male, you can be raped by a woman. So that whoever said that was
Pegging.
yeah. That's what I was saying. If they strapped up on him,
It's not even pegging. I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Still,
It's all
it's
bad.
just people don't want to recognize that men can get abused too and raped, and I just think it's a fucked up part of society.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why we don't have fucking men's shelters and we have an abundance of female shelters. And when somebody wants to open a men's shelter or men's abuse shelter, they get shut down by these fucking ridiculous feminists. You know what I mean? Are just ridiculous people where they think that it doesn't happen, but it does happen in society. Domestic abuse happens a lot against men as well, and they just want to shove it under the rug.
Can I add on to that? Including of minors. And when I say that, I mean boys.
Yeah.
People joke around a whole fucking lot about such and such teacher who was quote unquote hot, did such and such to a minor, which is rape and abuse and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, like the Peruvian teacher who blackmailed young boys with grades if they did not have sex with them.
Yep. So, yeah. It's a great topic. I mean, there's a lot to explore with it. Let's round it on up, though, guys. Old Ninja, what you got populating this week other than God of War?
Yeah, we'll do some God of War, some Monster Hunter, probably with B-Boy Frost from PlayStation Trophy Hunters because he's trying to get the platinum on it.
There you
So we've been smashing on that quite a bit. Going to a birthday barbecue on Saturday and then Pismo Beach Sunday.
Whoa.
Oh, pinky
Yeah,
up.
going ATV riding. So.
Look at
Nice.
you.
True. Yeah.
Thought you were too old for that bullshit. All right.
I'll
Kronos,
probably too black for that
but-
bullshit.
Kronos, what you got?
Getting back to jiu-jitsu. Like I said, I'm going to bring back the Jitscast to the podcast. That'll be cool. I was actually going to just make it easy and just start pulling back my old ones from like my other SoundCloud account. But apparently, because it expired, I can't fucking do that.
Oh, shit, man.
So I got to figure out. I mean, I saw the audio, but I
Yeah.
just don't feel like typing the shit up again. So that'll be a problem. But I'll make new ones, whatever. So that'll be cool. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting my whiskey tomorrow.
There you go. From John, right?
Yeah. that'd be great.
I'm sorry. Tell who John is.
Yeah, John is the maker of Love and War. Oh, I'm sorry, award-winning Love and
There
War.
you go.
All right,
There
so-
you
Put some
go.
respect on it.
Yeah.
Sprinkle that respect.
Blue, what you got?
Well, speaking of whiskey, so last week on Saturday I went to San Francisco Cider Summit with the Sweetness and some of her friends, and actually it was a good time. They actually increased the number of tickets they gave you. Before last year it was 10 tickets. This time they upped it to 18, which is right up my alley.
There you go.
But yeah, Drunk Blue definitely came out because they had apple whiskey there and some other different kind of whiskeys that was fucking
Oh, man.
hella good. But I ended up buying a bottle of that. But I went after the summit. We went to this this one liquor store, and they just happened to have a fucking whiskey tasting there of 4 different bottles One bottle was aged, I think 7 years, and the bottle was $125.
God damn.
And Drunk Blue was drunk, and he bought that bottle.
Oh shit!
That whiskey was hella fucking good.
Big
It's so
baller.
goddamn good. But yeah, I definitely purchased it. I kind of regret it, but I mean, fuck it. The whiskey's still goddamn good.
Only live once.
But yeah, so this
YOLO.
weekend I'm definitely looking forward to playing God of War. I'm looking for. Oh, the Sweetness wants to do a little something for. Actually, I'm not gonna say it because she has friends listening to the podcast.
What the
But anyways, we're definitely doing that. The next week, the Sweetness and I are going to Hawaii, so I will be here for next Wednesday's podcast. But then I leave the next day, so I'm definitely looking forward to maybe getting a little high in Hawaii. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'm gonna try to play Batman Telltale game. I've been promising this since.
That's my game. I'm the captain now. Fuck your shit.
I gotta get my title back.
Yeah.
I gotta get back in shape.
All right, for me, I am fucking with The Expanse, fucking with Legion for certain. Definitely a whole bunch of NBA basketball, and I'm liking the Sharks actually too. Me and Stitch recorded one of the Better Than MJ and Kobe question marks. So those who have been asking when we're gonna put out a playoff edition, it's in the can. Probably released maybe tomorrow or something like that.
Probably released by the latest Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Sunday.
Yeah. All right. And still catching up on Darling and the Franks, so we'll get into that next week.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit's
we're
so
caught up?
fucking
God
great.
damn.
Yeah.
All right, check us out on Twitter at BThanBTI. That's at BTHANBTI. Check us out on Facebook, Black and the Black Times Infinity, or BThanBTI. Check us out on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Play FM, and Apple Podcasts. And then visit our official website, binheadproductions.com/BThanBTI. And then if you're on Amazon, we have an app on there. Check us out. You can download us, get updates about when we are going live.
Drive fast, eat ass.
Yeah, what the hell?
The fuck? No more horse nut for you.
Man at last has succeeded.
Eastern
in
European.
penetrating further and further
Thick
into
food
the
and nut.
unknown vastness of space.
Blue paint.
Yet many questions remain unanswered.